Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. We back talking Falcons football. Let me scoop my chair up a little bit here. T. Will, former ATO Sports. Miss Carrie, one time for the fan in the building. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast. Man, we out here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere, man. So big shout out to everybody that's checking in this morning. All the Falcon fans that's in here ready to talk some Falcons football. You already know what we do, man. Falcon fans talking Falcons football on a Falcons Friday. That's one time for the fan for you. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Chat is live. Chat is lit. Look, if you're already here right now, just go ahead and hit that like button real quick over there on Facebook. Hit that like button over there on YouTube. Hit that repost or that share, whatever they got going on Twitter. So that way we can go ahead and let all the Falcons Nation see what is going on here with one time for the fan, because we are here to have a good time this morning and talk about our Atlanta Falcons and so much more. T. Will, former ATO Sports, one time for the fan. How's everything going with you, sir?
Well, it's going great with me, but it is not going, and it's not going with me, okay, the way it's going with you, because from my understanding, Chat and Miss Carrie, this is somebody's birthday weekend. Is that right? I'm hearing the streets are talking, and I'm hearing that this weekend is the weekend of one Mr. Jack Spade. Is that not right?
We're definitely turned up, man. We definitely lit, man. It is birthday weekend for me. Now I put it as the birthday podcast here on One Time for the Fan because I don't know if I'll be able to make the show Sunday, which is my birthday. Well, you've partied with me before too, as well. I think you know how how we act when we get a Falcons win. We turn up out there in the city. We pop out for the city. Big shout out to everybody that's going to the Falcons game on Sunday. Of course, a lot of y'all see me before the game, during the game, after the game. But if you see your boy on Sunday, man, just throw your boy a quick happy birthday shout out, man. We keep it moving, man. That's how we get things rolling over here at One Time for the Fan. But T-Will, man, it's going to be a nice weekend for me, man. Don't forget the Dogs play tomorrow, too, as well. Big shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs. And then, of course, we have
Go Dogs.
Falcons, go Dogs. Falcons, Dolphins at the Benz. If it was a road game, I'd be on my Road Warrior stuff right now. But it's a home game, so it's going to be going down in a major way at the Benz. But before we get to all this Falcon talk and Falcon 49ers, Falcons, Dolphins, and some sports betting stuff that we got to talk about here, Miss Carrie is here in the building with us talking Falcons football with us. Well, we got to give a big shout out to our good friend, Miss Carrie. So Miss Carrie, baby, in the building. How's everything going for you, Miss Carrie?
Good morning, y'all. Happy Falcons Friday. Happy early birthday to our guy, Jack Spade. It's Scorpio season. Everybody, please make sure you wish him a happy early birthday. His birthday's this Sunday, but I'm doing great. Can't complain. Got the 49ers game behind me, and I'm looking forward to beating the Dolphins comfortably.
Oh, beating the Dolphins comfortably. That's what we need, Falcon fans. So big shout out to everybody here in the chat that's listening, that's watching, that's tuning in. If it's your
Jack,
first, what's up,
Jack?
bro?
I don't mean to cut you off.
Yep.
That's what you got from what she said.
Oh, you want me to turn up off of it, or you want me to go ahead and take a shot?
No. What I got from what she said,
okay,
is it's Scorpio season.
It definitely is Scorpio.
It is season. Scorpio season, sir. And
definitely.
For those of y'all who don't know, Jack and I are both Scorpios. Scorpios are in the house. Okay?
And T-Will, your birthday is
November 17th.
November 17th.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So we get the first half of the Scorpio season right here, and then of course we get the end of the season Scorpios too as well with T-Will in the building.
That's
here.
Right.
And then you got to finish off with the best sign of them all, Capricorn season.
We'll get to that, Carrie. We'll get to that when it's time to get to that.
I loved it.
Don't rain on Scorpio's parade, Carrie, because it's a beautiful day outside.
It is a beautiful day.
Guys, that's kind of cool though. I never really realized that. Jack's October 26th, and about a month later is T-Will November 17th, and about a month after that's me, December 23rd.
That's what's up.
So it's definitely turn up time for the rest of the year for One Time for the Fan here. So big shout out to everybody that's tuned in today on Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. So if you do wake up and take an early shot, I guess, of Tito's, my favorite drink choice, or a Grey Goose, or a Ciroc, or T. Will, sparkling water for you. I know you're not drinking that much no more. Is that what we're on, or Chick-fil-A sweet tea? We were taking a shot of the sweet tea this morning. What are we doing for T. Will?
You know, I might have a little wine.
Hopefully not Mountain Dew. That's all I know.
I'm not taking a shot. But Falcon fans, if you want to, take a shot of Diet Mountain Dew for T. Will.
Oh,
on November
wow.
17th.
You ain't got to do the diet. Let's do the real thing this morning. Let's get some real Mountain Dew.
Carrie, what's your drink of choice for your birthday? Like if you're turning up, if you're going out.
I mean, it depends on the mood, but I'd probably say whiskey or tequila, honestly.
Whiskey?
If I'm trying to drink like that.
Man.
If I'm trying to drink, yeah, it's definitely
she said
tequila shots with lime or whiskey with pickle juice. That's my 2 shots I like to have. But honestly,
Carrie, they carrying you out the club, ain't they? They holding you like you're all right. They walking you to the Uber.
She said, "Come hard or don't come at all."
You said if I'm trying to turn up, but if I'm just trying to chill, then I'll have some vodka maybe, because vodka I really like because it's so easy to mix, So
right. Well, Falcon fans, if you have any whiskey for Miss Carrie, of course, her birthday's coming up soon too as well. So go ahead and start getting your orders ready for that for a whiskey bottle or something, or maybe a bottle of tequila for my girl Carrie. But we're gonna talk some Falcons here in a minute. Falcons 49ers, like I mentioned before, Falcons Dolphins, what it's going to take to beat these guys. Of course, I got some questions for the chat. We're going to get to y'all in just a minute. The fans in the stands are here having a good time. Season ticket holders, if you're in the chat, rep your section, season ticket holders. Of course, where are you watching the show? What's up, Carrie?
I just have to say, shout out to our guy, Archangel. He's in the chat, and I have to tell him, don't knock it till you try it, actually, because it's called a pickleback shot, and the pickle juice completely washes out the whiskey. Like, you do not get that aftertaste. You don't make that weird face. You just shoot it. You just take it right after the whiskey. You take a pickle juice shot, and you don't even taste it. It's dangerous, but it's definitely not as bad as you think, but you probably do have to like pickles. I do love pickles. So
you might have scared some people when you said it's dangerous. You had them on the right path, and you said it's dangerous. It was like, hold on, now.
Pickle juice. I don't know what the science behind it, but it, like I said, it completely washes out the liquor taste. You do not taste you don't get an aftertaste at all.
T. Will, when you was throwing it back at Club 112 and Visions and the Metroplex, what was you drinking back then, T. Will? I know you're not really sipping too heavy right now.
Early in my career, I had a lot of Long Island iced teas, which
Long Island.
Oh, those are dangerous.
Yeah, they are.
I like the blue Long Island just because they look pretty.
It's a mixture of different alcohols.
So what I learned is when you mix clear and brown, like that's when you go. That's when you're gonna have a hangover.
It's where you definitely wake up in the morning thinking like, what did I do last night?
What did I do? Where did I go? Yeah. Right. I had some adventures getting home, but that was back in the day. So I might do that. I used to like the Incredible Hulk. Long time ago. Now, unless you just old as me, you're not gonna remember this, but they used to make this drink called Cisco, right? And it was syrupy sweet like Kool-Aid, but it was very potent. Right? So they'd come in the bottle like this, man, and I'd drink like an entire bottle and be done. I remember I was dating this girl at the time. Oh my God, she pissed me off.
Let's not get to that part now, because Kim over there like what was that again, T. Will?
Kim knows the story.
Okay.
So I was dating this girl at the time, and she had pissed me off. And I drank like an entire bottle of Cisco.
Didn't Cisco get banned, T. Will? I'm pretty sure those got banned. It was
it did.
It was
so
like
was that like you drinking that Four Loko type thing over there?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Like our era was Four Lokos. Their era was the Ciscos, because I think people thought they were just little wine coolers because they were colorful and fruity. And no, I think those were strong, like 20 or 25%.
Yeah. So anyway, I got smashed and I cursed out the entire apartment where we were. I cursed everybody. I went the hell off. And then I woke up like the next day and nobody would talk to me but anyway, but bottom line is, in my days I would do that, but ultimately I think I settled like my brother. My brother liked who Julio. Which is the one? I think it's tequila.
It's the Don Julio.
Don
Yeah,
Julio.
You talking about LBB?
Yeah.
You talking about Eric Parker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Eric Parker. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
he's out
yeah.
here early. Eric, you want to say what's up?
Oh wow!
Oh,
Just
wow.
moving the cars.
Don't do
Oh,
Eric
wow.
like that.
Yeah, don't
Oh wow! I didn't do it, LBB.
Did you get the rims, dog?
Me
Last week
either.
you missed the rims.
It's not
Last
me,
week you missed the
LBB.
rims.
I'm just saying.
Big shout
So
out
when
Eric
the
Parker.
wrath comes, it's not me, LBB. Love
Me
you,
and
bro.
Eric was we've been roasting in the other chat. You know that Laker thing, Laker Hawks. He's
Yeah.
going back and forth with
Yeah.
me, and now that Luka might be injured, it's like, well, Lakers won't be seeing 500 no time soon, especially with that lineup. But hey, free Brownie. Shout out to Archangel in the chat, Falcon fans in the chat. A lot of first timers here too as well. Head over to YouTube. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you can stay updated with One Time for the Fan. A lot of things going on this year with One Time. T-Will, former ATL Sports, you're live right now. 2 is one on your channel. For those that do not know T-Will's channel, T-Will, just give a quick plug to your channel before you hit the drive-through.
Of course, it is for my drive.
Oh wow! He said before you hit the drive.
Yes, kid.
Oh, Carrie, your jokes are coming too.
And I went along with it.
Your jokes are coming too. I remember.
Oh
wow!
Really?
Oh wow!
Okay.
Oh yeah, Carrie, because you've been going in a little bit, Carrie. You have been, but anyway. No, my channel is For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Again, the number 4 My ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. And go ahead, Jack. Dispense your justice. You were saying.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Carrie's been roasting me pretty rough the past couple of days, and we gotta think of something good for Carrie. So we got you, Carrie. Don't worry, it's coming up in a matter of minutes.
Oh boy.
Jeremiah Weems in the chat too as well. Said Falcon fans, what's up, Jack Spade and Terry, Carrie, Jack birthday in 2 days. Big shout out to Jeremiah Weems. Shout out to the fans in the chat showing me love too as well. Archangel's in the chat again. Say Carrie is in the building. Also, Archangel's checking in from YouTube. Big shout out to all the YouTube supporters, Twitter supporters,
Archangel.
Facebook, everybody, man. Everybody who's out here repping One Time for the Fan and the Atlanta Falcons. Miss Sugar is in the building too as well. She said, good morning
Miss
y'all.
Sugar.
Shout out to Miss Sugar in the chat. Larry's in the chat. He said, I have a question for y'all. Good morning to y'all. But do y'all really think Ray got let go for performance base when he ain't played like that? Yeah, I can't.
You go ahead, Jack.
I'm not saying it. No.
All I'll say to you, Larry.
No. Gary?
All I'll say is he's coming off a career year last season, and then this season we've only played 6 games, and he's gone. So that's all I'll say. That's how I'll answer that question.
I've talked to Carrie and Terry behind the scenes, and I'm real respectful to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm real respectful to the organization and to the fan base. And even past players, current players, players that's going to be joining us here in a matter of months or years, whatever. I'm not going to speak on anything about Ray other than the fact of have the best of your career going forward. It's upsetting that we can't, take you to the next level here in Atlanta, but you're off to the Giants right now. I think New York is a good fit for you. They definitely need some wide receiver help, and we will move on to the next wide receiver that we have on. I think it's David Stills, right? David Stills is going to be stepping up here.
David Stills and Casey Washington, they said, is stepping up in his absence.
There we go. So that's what we got right now. So respectfully, I'm not going to speak too much on the Ray situation. Ray got little Jimmy out here stealing car radios. I'll say that one right there. Remember that movie right there, T-Will?
That's pretty good, man.
With the one with OG Bobby Johnson, wasn't it?
OG Bobby Johnson. Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
What you talking about? Hoover Deuce. Ray got little Jimmy out here stealing radios. So big shout out to Ray McLeod, man. Have the best of your career going forward, man. Birthday shout outs are in the chat too as well. Big shout out to everybody that's in here turning up with me. We got my boy 95 North Falcons talk show, man. Big shout out to Berto Bro Talk. T-Will reporting eligible here in the chat too as well. Big shout out to 95 North. He said, rise up. Great morning to you all. Happy birthday, Jack. But I need my money, sir. Thanks in advance. Whoa.
Man. Wow.
Hey, man.
What's going
on here? You got to talk about that, Berto. You don't bring that type of stuff to the chat, sir. No, I'm just playing.
Well,
he knows. He knows that.
Bring it to the chat.
Yeah, I don't know what I owe Berto, but Berto has a lot of money. So I don't know what you coming at little old Jack for. Jack ain't got no money. It's all about Berto up there, 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Larry with the happy B-Day, bro. Big shout out to Sterling Woods in the chat too as well. One time for the fan, what's going on? We got Silk Legacy in the chat too as well. He said, "What's up, one timers? Happy birthday."
Silk.
What Silk Legacy? What the fuck is this? What is this? You coming in here with the roast early? Happy birthday, tight hat Jack. Yeet, get some.
Hey,
What is
I
it?
mean, it has a ring to it. I think it rhymes.
What
It does, right? Tight hat Jack. Yeah.
is this for? Silk, you got like a group chat with Craig or something going on? Cause I see y'all coming in here with these jokes pretty early. Carrie,
Where
are you
is
leading that
Craig,
group chat?
actually?
Where is Craig?
Where is
Indeed,
Craig?
yeah.
He's
Where you at,
late.
Craig?
Oh, hold on, I
Craig,
got you right
late.
here. Let me
Where
check
you
the
at?
camera. Craig, can you just move those leaves to the other side of
Oh
the
wow!
yard, please?
Oh wow!
You can't leave it there. I'm looking at the security
Oh,
camera. Craig's back there
wow.
fixing the backyard up. HOA came by the other day. Big shout out to John Brooks in the chat too as well. You said, "What's up, everybody? Let's
up,
go
John?
Falcons." You got April Thomas in the chat with the happy early birthday, Jack. Big shout out to April Thomas. Archangel's in here repping Aquarius Gang. Aquarius Gang. That's tough. Falcon fans here in the chat. 95 North said, "Carrie, talk that talk. Capricorn season is upon us, but it's Scorpio season right now.
It's Scorpio season now.
We saved the best for last. So
Yeah, well,
hashtag check your calendars. Hashtag check your calendars.
check it out. Check it out.
Right.
Get yourself right.
Right. Somebody posted on Instagram the other day, one of my friends saying, "Can we just hurry this Scorpio season up, please? Like, hurry this Scorpio season up."
No,
We just
they
started.
didn't.
We
You
just
don't
started.
rush perfection.
You do
Oh,
not.
wow.
We look like
You
sitting in
don't
the first
rush
quarter talking about I
perfection.
can't wait till the fourth. No, we in the first
You
quarter.
don't-
What are you
You
talking
don't
about?
sit down to Ruth's Chris and say, "Can we hurry up with this steak?"
You don't go down to Papa Do's and say, "Can I get the check, please?" You just sat
Hey,
down.
Correct. You
What's going
enjoy every morsel for its succulent being. I'm just saying. Okay.
Right.
Now you can rush the other seasons, okay?
Right.
But you don't rush perfection.
That's
what you
right. Miss
don't.
Sugar is in the chat. Section
Miss
313 is in the chat.
Sugar.
Falcon fans, season ticket holders, rep your section in the chat. Archangel, John Brooks, where are y'all listening to the podcast right now? Where are y'all watching the podcast right now? Go ahead and rep your city, rep your state, wherever you're at right now. My boy T-Will, Berto said Long Island. Yikes. That was back in the day, though. I don't think T-Will's going to sip no Long Island right now. Hell, I haven't drank a Long Island in about 5 or 6 years.
I ain't done that in some years, man.
Bro,
I haven't done that in some years.
Bro,
Like,
Long Island is one of them drinks you go to the bar and say, "Can I get a Long Island?" The bartender looks at you like, "Are you sure about that?
Yeah, man.
You sure you want a Long Island?" Because the way they make it nowadays, they ain't doing the damn little measurement stuff. They just pouring that shit in there, T.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Hey.
I hadn't had like I don't mix. I don't do that anymore because again, for me, that's when I notice like the next day I'd be sick. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm either for the most part I like clear liquor,
mm-hmm.
but if I do brown, I'm gonna stay brown. I do not mix. Right.
Look, I can tell you, Silk Legacy is one of those old school Atlanta drinking jokers in the club. You drinking Blue Month. Anybody who's been in Atlanta, been in these clubs, Central Station, Primetime, O'Reilly. I'm talking about just East Side, South Side, Club Chocolate. I'm talking about even going to the strip clubs. When you go to the bar and you order a Blue Month.
Is that like a adios mother effer? Or is that the same thing?
It's pretty much it's like I believe it's vodka in there too as well. It's just straight vodka with the they put the blue what's that?
Carousel.
Yeah, they put the blue carousel in there, but they loaded up on vodka. I think it was like 3 or 4 different vodkas they were loading it up on. And then back then, if you were drinking Blue motherfucker, we talking about before Ciroc, and they were probably throwing Grey Goose and Absolute, Little Sky. You never know what they were throwing in that joker. But when you had that drink, Carrie, so you'll go to the club and Blue motherfucker will be like $2 or $3 if it's like $2 Saturdays or something like that.
Oh,
so they were loading those drinks up. And you talking
sounds like a headache.
Oh, it'll get you there. Long Island and Blue motherfucker will get you there. Falcon fan.
See,
look,
I'm
if y'all from Atlanta, go ahead, Carrie.
It's the same thing, Jack. Like we call it here, adios mother effort. And
it's probably is.
It's like a Long Island. It has all the different liquors in it, like tequila, rum, gin, vodka. But they also put the blue carousel in it, and they top it with like a Sprite. And that's an Adios Mother Effer. So I don't know if that's the same
It
thing,
was
but that's
no
what we call it
Sprite in
here.
there. It was pretty
Okay.
much just the you wouldn't get it with cranberry juice or orange juice or pineapple juice. It was literally just straight vodka mixed with that blue carousel. But it was loaded up to a point where people be like, bruh, I'm on my third one right now. Kind of looking like Bodie, like how he was at Rolling Loud. Big shout out to Bodie too as well. Falcon fans here. We
That's
got
fine.
Mama Malone in the chat with the
What's
good
up, Mama
morning. I can
Malone?
tell you right
Good
now,
morning.
Mama Malone, she know about that blue mother. She know about that because she real East Side. She's real Atlanta. So all these drinks we talking about, Long Island and Blue MF and all that stuff. Oh man, $2 Tuesdays at the spot wherever you going, maybe during the week or whatever. That blue MF was just floating through the city. Everybody had at least a blue MF one time. I forget that club downtown. I think it was the Library or something with it was downtown Atlanta. Man, that joker used to be packed, but them blue MFs used to just be passing out like water. But everybody was in that joker drinking it, man. Big shout to Mama Malone in the chat. Got a big birthday coming up for her too as well, man. We're gonna be out there turning up with Mama Malone and the fam in a couple weeks, man. So big shout out to everybody here. That's repping the Atlanta Falcons. Got my boy James in the chat. He said, "Good morning, everyone." Big shout out to James. Of course, Mama Malone said, "Happy birthday, Jack." Many, many more. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. We had a great conversation the other day too, as well. Me and Mama Malone. So, big shout out to you all. We're gonna turn up for your day coming up real soon. Smooth Season here roasting. I think Smooth Season in the chat with Carrie, Silk, and Craig. Smooth Season says, "Tight hat, Jack. Sound like a bootleg pirate costume." Oh my god!
Oh wow! Oh,
Do you want to do like Carrie
wait,
Smooth
wait,
C and
wait.
put $2 behind that, and you can send your super chat because Carrie will help you out. She'll show you how to do it.
Oh, that was the first
Your Wi-Fi is good today. I think somebody said it already.
Oh,
Carrie, the
Your
Wi-Fi is
Wi-Fi
always
working.
good, Carrie.
Oh.
Carrie, don't let me get. Matter of fact, T-Will, I'm just gonna just T-Will, just 1 second, T-Will, just 1 second. Carrie, we're gonna have to talk about this. All right, me and you. All right, before we bring T-Will back, Carrie, it's gonna go down now. You want this war? It means
Is it gonna
war.
go down in a major way?
It's in a major way. You made that comment the other day on Twitter too as well, Carrie. I'm the state comment. All right, we're gonna bring T-Will back. All right,
I'm just
here we
saying.
I
I was concerned for you, but I was concerned for you, my friend, because I just feel like your jaws must be hurting from chewing that well done steak still.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We're not even
I'm just
25
saying.
minutes into
I
the
was
show and
concerned.
Carrie's.
I forgot about the Twitter thing. Yeah, I was
Oh
concerned.
wow.
Okay, Carrie, flip the page, get to the next set of jokes. We'll get ready to that one right now. So
Oh,
big shout
boy.
to Carrie.
Anyways, let's talk these Falcons.
You know what's
man.
funny? Carrie, remember that Tampa Bay game last year when I went down there to the Bucks game and he was like, "Hey, I'm over here with the fam. I'm just gonna come by and see you real quick." Like, yeah, sure, come on down. We got extra ticket right here. Do that again this year, Carrie, and watch what happens.
Oh, really?
Security, she's in the wrong seat. She's in the wrong seat. She took somebody's seat. Which one? Which one?
I'm
Her.
royalty at Raymond James, man. I never
Royalty.
see my Falcons lose in Raymond James.
That's
so,
what's up. Let's
I'm just
go.
Look, it's going down. April Thomas says, "My Somerville, Georgia." Big shout out to Somerville, Georgia, in the building. Archangel says, "At the workplace, College Park, Georgia is in the building." Big shout out to the fans. Let's see. Silk Lexi said, "Blue MF has 8 liquors in it." Ooh, Lord, boy. Let me tell you something. I didn't even know what was in that Joker. I just know my own boy pull up and be like, "Bro, let me get 3 of them Blue up."
See, I think it's the
3.
same thing as Adios Mother Effer because he said it has Sprite, so I think it's the same thing, and it has blue carousel.
I didn't
Yeah,
really
those are
taste the
dangerous.
Sprite, but maybe some people made it with the Sprite. I just know that drink would it'll put you on the ground. It's similar to a Long Island. If you drink enough of it, you'll definitely be on the floor by the 3rd song. So big shout out to Deep Ruffin is in the chat too as well. Checking in from the West Coast. We're gonna talk some Falcons 49ers. I know Deke Ruffin was at the game too as well. Deke, let us know how that environment was, how that crowd was, because we saw it on Sunday Night Football, and we definitely want to hear more about your experience on One Time for the Fan. T-Will, man, Miss Carrie, baby, let's get to the Falcons 49ers quickly. Sunday Night Football. We didn't have a show on Wednesday. No pop-up podcast this week. I was pretty much enjoying the whole birthday week, chilling and relaxing, watching other podcasts too as well. Shout out to all the content creators, all the podcasters out here who had shows this week. Of course, you know, I'm in the chat with Carrie, Terry, and some other Falcon fans. We talk Falcons football every single day, and I'm glad to be back here on this Falcons Friday talking Falcons football with you all. So chat, please chime into this. as we get to these questions and, of course, these these topics that we have for today. Once again, if you're checking in for the first time, head over to YouTube, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you're on Twitter, hit that repost, hit that like, heart, whatever they got going on. Go ahead and drop some comments into it, chat too as well, because everybody's here talking Falcons. Everybody's enjoying the day. It's a beautiful day out here in Atlanta, man. I'm sure the Falcons are getting ready to do their walkthrough and get everything ready so that way they can go ahead and beat those Miami Dolphins on Sunday. But before that, Miss Carey, Mr. T. Will, we saw a disappointing loss against the 49ers, snapped our, 2-game win streak? We got to talk about this, man, because there's some fans who are concerned of a couple things. And, of course, here on One Time for the Fan, this is their opportunity to vent in the chat, talk Falcons football with other Falcon fans. We don't do the negative stuff. We keep it real when we talk Falcons football, but we do have to go over some things that I'm sure the organization is talking about. I'm sure the team inside the war room is talking about. Maybe player families are talking about. Maybe fans in the stands are talking about. But here on One Time for the Fan, we're definitely discussing it. Miss Carey, Mr. Terry, what went wrong Sunday night against the San Francisco 49ers from your eyes? Because you guys were watching the game, or, if you guys were listening to it on 92.9, big shout out to the radio station, shout out to Dave and Wes and everybody. But what went wrong against the 49ers, Kerry? We'll start with you first, because I know you had a lot to say in the chat when we was talking the other day. But now that we're here back on the channel, the platform is yours, ma'am. What happened?
I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of things that went wrong, unfortunately. And for me, that's what's frustrating, because that game was ours to win, honestly. Like, they scored 20 points, yes, but I mean, for most of that game, it was a one-score game. And I said this heading into this game. I don't remember if it was on our show or show with T. Will, but I did mention that I think whoever wins this game, it's going to come down to who has a bigger day on the ground, whether that be CMC or our guy Bijan. And unfortunately, it was CMC. We couldn't stop him. He had his first rushing, over 100-yard rushing game in 2 years. And unfortunately, Bijan rushed for only, I believe, 40 yards. Yeah, 40 yards on 14 carries. That's just not good enough. Tyler only had 1 carry in the first half. That's criminal. I don't know. I feel like Zach panics when, like, if the running game is not working right away, he panics and goes away from it. And for me, this Falcons offense is built to run the ball. That should be our identity. That should be our brand of football. And I don't know. We had essentially our rookie quarterback in his 9th start throw the football 38 times on the road. To me, that's just not acceptable either. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of sums it up. Unfortunately, Divine Diablo going down was a major blow. It still is. He's likely to go on IR, but I feel like I mean, if I had to pick one thing that our defense, isn't good at, I mean, we have the second best passing defense in the league, but our rushing defense is not good. Honestly, it's not average. It's probably, I think it's now ranked 20th in the league. So there's still improvement needed there. But yeah, unfortunately, CMC had the bigger day than our 2 running backs. And for me, why I'm so upset about that loss is because, again, it was a winnable game. I feel like we shot ourselves in the foot a lot, like, Mooney not going out of bounds, which at first I thought it was on him, but then I saw, watching the film back, I saw the coaching on the sideline pointing to go downfield, so it didn't save us that timeout, wasted kind of time on the clock. And I don't know, questionable decisions. You don't have you talk about, I was going to say our best player on the team, but Raheem has said he's the best player in the whole league in Bijan Robinson. You have him on the sideline on 3rd and 1, and then 4th and 1, you don't run the ball. You have Tyler on the field, who just got hurt like 2 plays before that. He's on the field, but then you don't run the ball. I don't know. And then you have like a backup corner who hasn't played in 4 years say, oh, wow, they're really about to run this play, like, because we're too predictable. So coaching matters, in my opinion. And Unfortunately, Zach Robinson got outcoached by Robert Salah. And to that point, Shanahan and Salah are very good coaches in this league. So, big up to them.
Falcons fans, you can hear the disappointment in Carrie's voice. I don't think she even want to talk about the Falcons 49ers. I think she want to talk more Falcons Dolphins.
Move on to the Dolphins.
So we're gonna move on to the Dolphins in just a minute here. You did mention something that's very important. Penix throwing the ball for 38 times, similar to like that Panthers game too as well. Throwing the ball for more than 35 times, and 241 yards for Penix, 1 TD, no interceptions, sacked twice. But on the 2 sacks, you can see that Penix took a hit. And he was taking some other shots too as well from a banged up 49ers defense. And this is going to come back into play in a matter of minutes here when we get to Falcons Dolphins. When I got to ask a question about Penix and Kirk, like who would play, because looking at what Kerry had mentioned about Zach Robinson going away from the run once he realizes, hey, maybe this might not be a good situation for Bijan or a good situation for Tyler. They're not getting no yards, they're not getting much on the ground. I think Bijan was averaging like 3 yards a carry. But for Tyler Algier, even like the third and 1 play, or the 4th and 1 play, like not running the ball, him getting banged up 2 plays before that, Bijan not being on the field. For the cornerback that mentioned he saw this play in film, I think Zach Robinson countered that saying we didn't run this play. So I don't know how you can say you saw this play in film. But I will say that there is a lot of motion with Drake London that people do recognize, and they see that, hey, when they don't know who the ball is going to, but for a corner, you kind of lock in on different things. I even tell my son's team that too as well, because we're playing a team in the playoffs Saturday that runs a lot of motion. They run a lot of flex and wishbone, those type of option type plays. And I got to tell them, like, y'all got to be very careful because you guys lost to this team by a touchdown last time. And because of it, it was the reason why that these dudes are running this wing T formation that you guys haven't been able to see. And that wasn't the looks that you guys have seen all season. And so they try to dial it in on practice this week doing that. But even for that cornerback that said he saw Drake London in this route before and all this type of stuff, he's probably just living in the moment of he got a nice win. He made a big play. So he's going to try to, talk a little crap to the Falcons. But you play teams that are ready for the playoffs. And if you look at the 49ers, if you look at the Bills, if you look at the Commanders, these past 3 games, we went 2-3 out of it. A lot of fans would have thought we'd go 0-3. There was a lot of fans, that were saying we can't beat the Commanders. Even without Jaden Daniels, we can't beat them. There's a lot of fans that went into that Monday night game saying, oh, I'm selling my tickets because we ain't going to beat the Bills. We ended up beating the Bills. And honestly, losing the game 20-10, you could have beat the 49ers. There was a lot of opportunities to beat the 49ers on Sunday. And it's just disappointing that we didn't get the job done. See fans in the chat talking about take the points.
I forgot about that. Kick the field goal.
Where's Parker Romo? Is he still on the team?
They don't trust the kicker straight out. They don't trust the kicker. I'm sorry. Man, it's so frustrating for me.
It's a lot to get to.
T. Will, go ahead.
Yeah, we got to vent first before we get to the joy and the happiness. So T. Will, you see the chat. They're talking about inconsistent, not tackling, no communication. Jonte take the points. William Amy said players are just there to collect payrolls. People are really upset here. Archangel CMC was tired of hearing about Bijan. He was like, let me show you who y'all forgot about. And this was like a real comeback game for Christian McCaffrey. We haven't seen Christian McCaffrey do like this since the goddamn Panther days.
He hasn't had 100 yards rushing in 2 years. And of course it's against us. And unfortunately as well, Bijan, he was on a 100-yard game streak every single game this season, and his streak was broken.
Right. Well. Tyler Algier, 4 attempts for 16 yards. Carrie, didn't you mention something that when we run the ball more than 10 times or something with Tyler that we end up
we're 13-3.
We're 13-3 when we run the ball more than 10 or 15 times.
When he gets 15 plus carries in a game, which he only had 1 carry in the first half. That's what I'm saying. Our identity, this team is built to run the ball. And you already know we don't play well. The offense, doesn't play well on the road. So, and you essentially have a rookie quarterback who, not saying he's had a bad season. He's had pretty much an average season. So you're not putting him in a good position as a play caller by making him throw the ball 38 times. And especially when the offensive line is having a horrible game, their worst game of the season by far. Unfortunately, it just was pretty bad out there. They were getting bullied. And, and because of that, Michael Penix now has a bruised knee. So,
right.
Sorry, T. Will, can you go?
Yeah, we'll get to the injury report too. We'll definitely chime in on this. You did mention Michael Penix carry. My Penix sitting at 1,400 plus yards on the season, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks,
I'm
47 QBR
sorry,
rating.
April Thomas.
T-Will, go ahead, man. What's up with the Falcons 49ers? You had a lot to talk about this week. I'm sure you had a good amount of time.
Look at
Okay, what's
April
T-Will?
Thomas.
This is Terry from One Time for the Fan, not Terry Fontenot. So fans in the chat like, yo, is that could that be? Let me get my season ticket holder account up. No, you don't have to do all that.
Wow.
Terry, let's talk about it, man. What went wrong against the Falcons versus the 49ers, man, in your eyes, my brother?
I mean, it came down to some decisions, right? I don't think it was as bad as people make it. Look at the game. This game was even up until the fourth quarter. And now you could debate whether or not it should have been. That's what comes down to coaching. The 49ers were depleted on their defensive side of the ball, and the Falcons had an opportunity to go in there and win. We didn't get it done. It was, again, pretty much an even game. Like Kerry said, there was a fourth down situation where you could have kicked what was essentially a 51 yard field goal, and we didn't. And the why, you kind of have to go along with what Kerry said. It just seems like in certain situations, specifically outside, you don't trust your kicker. And I don't know what that is. And again, this is all supposition because we don't know. Raheem hasn't come out and said, I don't trust Parker Romo. But it just feels like in certain situations where it's 50 yards or greater, they're just going to go ahead and go for it. So you can draw your own conclusion with that. But outside, I mean, again, Falcons had their opportunities. We couldn't convert on certain downs. And to Jack, I believe you said that Zach Robinson said, well, I don't know what he's talking about because that wasn't the play that we called that he was talking about. Well, I know what he was talking about because he stepped right in front of Drake London. So he knew something was coming. Right. So on some level or another, there was a situation where you did have some plays that were predictable.
But we've seen this in the NFL too. Cornerbacks jump routes all the time. If your footing is there, if your placement is there at the right time, you don't have to make this certain type of adjustment. You see the out route, you get to it. I see it all the time when I'm out there with the kids. Like they're eighth graders.
But the problem is that should have been that.
I think he anticipated that.
Yeah, he said that Salah showed him the film.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. I think it was
run that play.
I think it was the combination of motions and the format that they were in, Jack. But he definitely jumped that, and that was pre-snap. That was 100% pre-snap because as soon as Drake made that, he's like, "It's the out route, right?"
And to that point, T. Will, that goes back to that viral video where a guy who's just a Joe Schmo, not anybody of in the league, he broke down our film and talked about how on offense we're so predictable as far as like our motions pre-snap. Oh, if you see Warner going this way, they're gonna do this, or if they're in the pistol, they're doing like. It's so predictable, unfortunately, and that's probably has to do with it as well.
You gotta prepare, right? So again, look I'm not gonna be as my brother says D Will. I'm not gonna be Debbie Downer T Will.
It's D Will, or when you put the ski on, it's G Will. So
that's right.
Well, T Will here on the channel today.
Either way, right? But no, in all seriousness, we're 3-3, guys. I think if we'd have started, if you'd have predicted that the Falcons would be 3-3, looking at the schedule, I think most folks would take that. So
they didn't predict a 30-0 loss against the Carolina Panthers.
They did not.
And to your point, T. Will, like I'll take 3-3 because I think this is the hardest stretch of our schedule. But my thing is, one could argue we could be 5-1 right now, which I know
we could definitely be 5-1.
Sure
right? I know you'll probably tell me if was a fifth, but my thing is
that is exactly. Get out of my head, Kerry.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk right now.
Right.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Oh my God, go ahead. I've been hanging out with Kerry too long.
My thing is, T. Will, to counter that is. Yes. Oh, anybody could say, "Oh, well, we could be undefeated right now," but my thing is, all these games were winnable, and for me, in my opinion, it all comes down to coaching. Like, I mean, the game one, you lose at home by 3, could have went to overtime. Kicker problem should have been addressed in the off season. Then, 30-0 game against the Panthers, completely unacceptable in my opinion. the team was not prepared. I mean, even Bijan came out and said we overlooked them. I think
Mhm.
the team was so high on that, prime time win on the road against Minnesota that they
Mhm.
just completely overlooked a division opponent, which in my opinion is completely wrong to do. And then this game, I just feel like this was so winnable. I mean, it's so frustrating. I'll take a loss on the road, but very well coached 49ers team. But I feel like most of the game it was a one score game. And I didn't even mention we had at one point had 12 players on the field. And then a few plays later, we had 10 players on the field. Like,
It,
that's coaching too.
It's a
it
That's
good thing
is.
that most of the game we had 11 players on the field, but at the times
It,
that we needed 11 players, they
yeah,
ended up putting
we
10
did.
10 players
players
out.
on the field, man. Oh, man. But
But
anyways, I'm sorry.
bottom line is this happened, right? Look, if we kick a field goal there, even in spite of all that, the game's still tied. If we execute on certain plays, maybe we win. It did not happen. But the bottom
Right.
line and what I was saying at the beginning of the segment was if you'd have told most folks we'd be 3-3 right now, they'd be fine. So
Right.
look let's
And beating two good teams in that path too as well. The Commanders that I'm sure people will be seeing in January, and of course the Buffalo Bills people should be seeing in late January.
Well,
So
let's.
yeah,
I don't know that we see the Bills in late January.
I
Number
think
I
the
one,
don't know
Bills
that
going
we
to get
see
there,
the
man.
Commanders either.
I mean, you know what?
I don't know. I don't
If
know.
we look at last year's Commanders team and last year's Bills team, or the year before that, these are playoff teams, right? So we
They
got to look
were,
at them.
they
But
were,
how did
And
he
but
know?
yeah,
I'm saying with what they're going through now, and look, things happen in a season, right?
right.
They're ups and downs. But bottom line is we're 3-3. You know what I mean? We didn't execute in some plays. The thing is, do we learn from that? Right? Do we grow from that? You
And we got
know,
our butts whipped against the Panthers. I think we learned from that because we came out, the next game, on fire. So hopefully that
right.
we go ahead and learn
And
from this 2010 experience.
what I'm getting to, and then we can move on.
Okay.
Is look, anybody can make a hamburger, right?
Sheesh.
Anybody can make a hamburger. Very few folks can sell 90 billion hamburgers, though. That comes down to process. And that's what I'd want to talk about this morning. Process. What is the Falcons' process for predictability in plays, right? Because look, there's certain AI tools that can tell me what you're gonna run, right? There's certain AI tools. I can go right now. I can pull up an AI tool right now, and I can tell you in certain situations, Falcons do this, and that's me, Joe Schmo on the street, never even seen the inside of an NFL facility from a player perspective, right? So if we have it, I know they have it. And I think what needs to be done, and again, this is just me, is we need to take a look at our predictability and plays and scenario and situations. And okay, you know what I mean? Like you learn from it, right? You learn from it. That's what I'm talking about. You grow from it. You've had some teams that have gone 9-7 and won the Super Bowl. So it's not too late to figure it out. We're 3-3. Yes, we could be 5-1, but in some instances we could be 1-5. So let's take let's take stock in ourselves now. Okay. And I'm talking to the Falcons coaching staff and let's work it out. Raheem in some scenarios, and I know Kerry, we disagree, has been better. His first game with Koo, got rid of him. Situation with Zach Robinson, brought him down.
It's not that I disagree with you, T-Will. It's that I
Situation with
don't.
Ray
Get on him, T. Will.
got rid of him.
Get on him, Carrie. Get on him, Carrie.
Right. No,
Situation with
no.
Ray got
I
rid of
just
him.
want to say, to your point, it's not that I disagree with you, T-Will. Changes have been made and fast, and I think because the seats are warm, as they
Right.
should be, in my
Right.
opinion. But my thing is, we don't know for sure these were his moves. Okay.
And we don't know that, and we don't know that they, and we don't know that they
So
were.
it could be above Raheem's head saying, hey man, like, nah, our seats are warm. We need to win this season. We can't have another losing record. We can't miss the playoffs again. I'm sorry. You told me that you had a kicking competition in the offseason. Koo was ready to go and he's missing a kick. Game deciding kick the first game. For all we know, he could have been told, all right, yeah, pull him. We got to make a move. We don't know.
Right.
But
we don't
to your
know
point,
that.
at least the moves are being made. To that
Thank
point.
you.
Yes.
That's where I'm going. We don't know that. We don't know that it wasn't him. But again, from the outside looking in, it looks like these decisions are happening faster and quicker, and they are the right ones. And that is a positive, right? So where I'm going with this is, look, hopefully our Falcons staff can take a look at this game and say, you know what, in certain scenarios, we got to be better. We can't have 12 men on the field. We can't have 10 men on the field when it's 3rd and 13 for the game. There's certain things we can't have. Right. So let's fix the process is what I'm saying.
Let's also not forget about, the referees and the rule committee forgetting that you can't just grab this player and pull him into the end zone. You can't do anything about it now.
You shouldn't have been in that situation, Jack.
Should never been in that situation.
You shouldn't have been in that situation. Before that play happens, it's 3rd and 13. You don't have 10 guys on the field. That cannot happen.
Well, watch out for that table.
That's very frustrating.
Right?
With the game on the
line.
No. That's like high school stuff. Like, come on.
Thank you. But my point is, before we get into, yes, he did pull him in there, but you shouldn't have been there, because if you rush that passer, right? If you send 5 in that scenario, if you got 11 guys on the field, they probably don't convert the 3rd and 13, and then they have to go ahead and kick the field goal. So I get that, they omitted a rule, but at that point, game's over anyway, because now you're fighting against the clock. You look at Falcons got to pay attention to detail. What this boils down to is this administration has shown a capacity to not pay attention to the details. And there's an old saying that says the devil is in the details. You can miss a whole lot with that. So as a coaching staff, we have to be better. We have one of the most talented teams in the NFL, okay? And that's great. But if you got a 2025 Ferrari and you don't know how to drive a stick, well, you may as well not even have a car in the yard. So all I'm saying, Falcon coaching staff, let's fix the process.
Right.
Thank you,
Big shout out to Terry and Carrie for that, lovely little words of encouragement here for the Falcons fans and, of course, the Falcons fan base. Carrie, you guys, fans in the chat, you guys heard Carrie mentioning warm seats, or the seats are warm. Carrie just started her couch upholstery business. So if you guys need some assistance getting your seats taken care of, whether it's car or
point,
furniture.
Jack, I've been trying to contact you because this business is booming over here, and I can't get a hold of you to come haul out the old ones with your
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, so she's on point today. Okay, let me try again, T. Will. Let me go back into the drawing board here.
Wow.
Anyways, let's talk about these Dolphins, because I feel like I don't want to sound like I'm being doom and gloom. Because
no, we're definitely gonna get to Falcons, Dolphins, Dirty Bird Central's in the chat.
Jack. Don't do it.
William Amy mentioning Zach got that job at Oklahoma State. That's why he don't care. We can get to that later on in the season, because some people that's pointing out that, Sunday's game against Mike McDaniels, an old friend of Raheem, an old friend of Jeff Ulbrich, could possibly, if Zach Robinson does decide to take the Oklahoma State job, doesn't look like Mike McDaniels would be there much longer in Miami after we put this butt whooping on him. Could Mike McDaniels become the next OC if Zach Robinson was to move on? Because, they're in that same tree. Remember that Shanahan and remember that tree that Raheem always talks about, the coaching tree? Mike McDaniels is along those lines too as well. So we'll get to that when it gets to that. Right now, we ain't got too much time to spend talking about that. Big shout out to Dirty Bird Central in the chat. He wants to get the hat. I'll say this for you. Bro. Bro Talk. Big shout out to Bro Talk, Falcon fan, content creator, man. If you get that jacket from Berto, remember the jacket that he wore on the stream the other day? That custom made all white. I'm talking about it was clean.
The NIL Berto jacket.
The NIL Berto jacket. The members only Falcons jacket. If you get that one from Berto, I got a couple more Falcon hats over there. I ain't touching it. We can work on that. Just send me a DM now. We can discuss that, Dirty Bird Central. But you can't let Berto know that you're trying to get the jacket from him. Now, he was in the chat earlier, but it's 10 o'clock. He's probably on the way to work. So if you can go ahead and hit him up and be like, yo, Berto, what's up with that jacket, bro? Then we can go ahead and make an exchange. Big shout out to Dirty Bird Central in the chat. He said, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Fans in the chat, a lot of first-timers here checking in from Facebook. A lot of first-timers checking in from Twitter. or wherever you're watching or listening to the show, Apple Podcast, Spotify, head over to YouTube, type in One Time for the Fan, give us a like, give us a share, give us that, hit that subscribe to as well, that notification bell. For my ATO Sports One is live too as well. Make sure you head on over there too as well. But yeah, William Amy said Carolina needs to get their butt whooped by Buffalo. It's probably going to happen, even though the Panthers have been playing somewhat decent. They should probably lose to the Bills, but we're going to get past that. This team needs to lose, and this team needs to win. The Chargers did, beat an NFC team last night. AFC teams beating NFC teams does help out the Falcons in a way, if you look at me. And, of course, the Vikings got a licking put on them yesterday, so that should push them into the back of the pack. We were trying to win this game Sunday against the 49ers, so we could move up, even in the playoff race, too, as well. I think we're a little bit out of it. You know how people put those graphics up? If the playoffs started today, this is the scenario. We need to be in that race too as well. Like I want to be looking at my team getting ready to play. And don't forget the Bucks losing to the Lions as well the other day. So the Falcons could have gained, a little bit of, just take one step up there against, other NFC teams, but losing to the 49ers is disappointing. D.A. Hunter's in the chat with play calling has to be better on offense. A lot of people in the chat talking about Zach Robinson here early on the show. So it's a lot going on with what we see here, in the Falcons fan base. And I'm glad everybody's in the chat here talking Falcons football. Dirty Bird Central said, can't be trap games if they are good teams. Falcon fans can't be trap games if they are good teams. Now, Sunday, Falcons, Dolphins. A1 asked me a question this morning. I got to ask y'all Falcon fans because I need to find out what is your answer to this question. And look, we got Lyric's mom back in the chat too as well. Big shout out to Lyric's mom. She says good teams aren't trap games. A real game is against bad teams. So he's talking about a real trap games against bad teams. Big shout out to Lyric's mom in the chat. Kiki's here talking Falcons football. Let's see. Dirty Bird Central said, now hold on, Kerry. Koo could have had a great camp and it gave confidence, and then Koo pooped the bed. Oh gosh, that is tough. That is tough. But yeah, kicking competition battles in the beginning of the season after you go through training camp and say that this guy is ready. And then, we saw what happened, early in the season. Then we bring in Parker Romo. Then we're at a situation like, is he still on the team? Because nobody's seen Parker Romo out there against the 49ers, man. It's like, it's tough, man. I just want to win these games, man. And Falcons, putting themselves in a situation where the fan base is definitely very upset, how we are losing these games. And, even for like situation like this, he said, JD Bertram, Lord, don't start. Like it's tough seeing JD Bertram put in that situation once DD went out. And then, of course, the 49ers, what did they do? Kept running the ball right up at JD Bertram, keep putting a blocker in his face to make sure that he couldn't get to the ball. Because DD is a big part of the Falcons defense. And once he went down, also shout out to DD for playing like an extra snap or series that his arm was still, I think, he was still hurt. He didn't even know. I think it was Jesse Bates said that he played an extra play or two even after being hurt. So
yeah.
Man, big shout out to Divine Diablo, man. Hopefully we can get things right here coming up, and it's going to be a big game on Sunday at the Bend. So Falcon fans, we're about to get to some Falcons Dolphins talk here in just a minute. Bellows World's in the chat says also the Mike LB to count his teammates as well. That is true. I told my son that all the time. Make sure you know all your guys are on the field, people running off and running on, so much stuff happening on the sidelines. Now that's middle school. So just imagine when you get to the NFL level with the coordinators and assistants and this guy and hey, get the special teams out here and get this guy, hey, get this package in. It's very important that the middle linebacker or even anybody out there, if they can look around and just say, hey, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're good. Because sure enough, they took advantage of a spot that we needed on the field. And it's just disappointing, man. But Falcons have to move on from it. They have to get ready. Dirty Bird Central says, stop it. Mike McDaniel is not an improvement. There are people talking, Dirty Bird Central. There are people talking about, hey, if Zach Robinson moves on, who could be a fit for the offensive coordinator? Raheem like his buddies now. He gonna give a phone call to his friends first. So big shout out to Dirty Bird Central here in the chat. If y'all don't know who Dirty Bird Central is, man, make sure y'all head over there and check out his channel too as well. Talks a lot of Falcons, a lot of play breakdown too as well. And he keeps it 100% real with the fan base. So big shout to my boy Dirty Bird Central here. And he was here on the channel recently with Berto during our podcast bye week, where we had Uncle Steve on Monday. We had Berto and Bro Talk on Wednesday. We had Damsky. Big shout to Damsky, first time on the show talking Falcons football with us on Thursday. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan with Big Low Country Sports, where T Will told us that he's looking for people who's looking for the Find the Cash ATL. And today is Friday, so maybe T Will did find them. And of course, we finished it up with A1 Forever talking Falcons football too as well. D.A. Hunter said, missed you in San Fran, Jack. A lot of Falcon fans were out there. Falcon fans travel very well. And I saw that you guys were turned up out there before the game, even going to that whole weekend. San Francisco is one of them tourist cities that will make you pull up to San Fran, right? Vegas is one of those cities too as well. New York is one of those cities. We got to play the Jets coming up in a matter of weeks. Arizona is a city like that. I mean, Phoenix is a city like that too as well. Like when y'all go out there to Phoenix, when y'all go out there to Glendale, man, I'm talking about y'all going to have a good time. But I'll be seeing y'all on the road in a little bit. I'll be in New Orleans. I'll be in Tampa, and I'll be in Arizona. So there's a lot going on. My son playing ball and all this stuff this year, and of course trying to get everything situated, and that's getting ready to wrap up. So we got some stuff that's going down here shortly that I'll definitely be pulling up on the Falcon fans on the road. Travis Preston's in the chat with the One Time. Big shout to Travis Preston here in the chat. We're just enjoying having a good time talking Falcons football, and I'm glad everybody's here in the chat. T-Will, before we get to Falcons Dolphins, because I'm sure it's going to be like the last point of what we need to get to for the show, last topic here. Something's going on around the NBA. And I think for some people here in the chat, you guys probably saw it. And, we don't talk too much NBA here because it's all about the Atlanta Falcons. But it's something that's very, disappointing to see, because there's some people here that probably do gamble, right? And they probably have their FanDuels. They probably have their sleeper apps. They probably have their Prize Picks app. And even last night, the Chargers and the Vikings, there were some people who put out probably some props. Put some bets in on some player props that, they're trying to win a little money here and there. And Kerry, I think we talked about this in the chat too as well before we got on the screen. I think it was yesterday or when this all went down. This gambling stuff, this sports betting stuff that's happening across, all sport platforms. What people do not know is T-Will, Kerry, you guys probably been a part of it. There's a lot of this stuff that happens every day, right? And it could be football, it could be basketball, it could be baseball, it could be soccer, it could be as many sports as they put out there on that player prop thing. But to see this happen at a level of Chauncey Billups, who has been respected across, the NBA for quite some time here, even winning even winning a championship with the Detroit Pistons. Is he a Hall of Famer? I think Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer too as well.
Not sure.
Well, if I'm guaranteed he's probably not going to be now. But
yeah, without a doubt.
Terry Rozier too as well, who's been playing the league for quite some time. But for fans that do gamble, and there are some people that says, man, this game is rigged, man. These referees, I can't believe these calls, man. Don't forget, T-Will, this has been going back since that referee back in the NBA during the Tim Duncan days, right? And a lot of this stuff that's been going on.
And going back to it goes back to Pete Rose. He bet on
Pete Rose. That's right. That's right. And this is it's crazy to see that it's happening in the NBA. But the question to you, T-Will, could this be happening in the NFL as well?
It's okay. So I'm gonna you know what? I'd love to hear Carrie's perspective. Carrie, you out there? Did she step away? Carrie, you there? She might have stepped away.
I think she has another order. Oh, you there, Carrie? Okay.
Stop it. You're gonna stop coming for my Carrie, okay? You're gonna stop doing that. Miss Carrie, I'd love your thoughts on this first before I dive in.
I mean, in general, I don't know. I saw somebody say that a hot take is that sports betting, just betting in general was better. Gambling in general was better when it just had to do with Vegas. Now it's, people, it's become like also a mental health thing where people are, spending money they don't have, or there's betting hotlines. People are going broke over betting. It's too easily accessible on
They're
people's
crashing out.
phones.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I do sports bet myself, but I also know to set a limit. But I know not everybody can do that. With gambling can be an addiction. So I do think, I think you said this, or maybe no, actually it was Scott on your show yesterday, Tiwo, who said uh, he thinks it's okay for players to bet on sports as well, as long as it's not their own sport. So maybe like if you're an NBA player, you can bet on NFL, or you're a hockey player, you can bet on baseball. Um, I guess that would be okay, but I just obviously it's so wrong to bet on your own sport, which obviously they're not supposed to anyway, but it's really tough with the situation. I think it's very wrong because, like you said, games seem like they could be fixed.
Yep.
And then uh, I
It makes
feel
you
like,
wonder, like, which game could be fixed and why could it be fixed? Like,
right,
what's the reason
especially as a
behind it? These
Falcons
guys are making
fan.
millions of dollars and they're betting and they're gambling. Like Terry Rozier's getting 200,000 delivered to his house
Right.
and he's
So,
making a couple mil. Like, what are you doing out here? But could this happen? And I bring this up because Terry, could this happen in football? And could this affect the Atlanta Falcons down the line where it's like, Kerry, I showed you the video about the soccer player. All it takes is one or two people to throw this game. You don't need to have a whole bunch of people out there to mess this up. One or
right.
two people can mess it up for you guys.
Even
And
referees.
bam.
Even referees have been accused of, doing such things like in soccer, sports betting, so and rigging games. Maybe they're getting paid off for a certain result. So it's really tough because as a fan, you want the game to be fair
Hmm.
and not fixed. But I don't know. I think this is opening up a big can of worms. This whole situation.
Right. Right. And we
So,
haven't even got to the Damon Jones situation. Damon Jones is a part of this too as well, mentioning to other teams about hearing the name LeBron James. Now he's not involved in this gambling thing, but
yeah,
somebody who was close on that coaching staff, or I think he was on the other team at the time, had mentioned to his people that, hey, look, LeBron's not playing tonight. Put a little bread up on the under. Oh, you guys can win like X, Y, and Z amount of money. Michael Porter's brother, Jonte Porter, getting banned for life years ago doing this. Terry Rozier. And I've told Kerry, I showed y'all the messages yesterday from gamblers who have called this out long time ago about Terry Rozier's play on the court. Even I mentioned the TJ McConnell situation when he was, doing what he had to do coming off the bench for the Indiana Pacers. And I'm saying that I'm not saying that he's a part of it. Just want to put that out there. But the day that he did hit the Prize Picks board, a lot of people took the over on him because they said this guy only has to he doesn't have to make the three. He has to just take 1 3, which you guys saw TJ McConnell in the playoffs last year. He was shooting threes like whoop, whoop, whoop. But the day he hits the Prize Picks board, he doesn't take no 3 attempts. And Twitter lights up quickly. Like you can see if you go back and watch the game, the defender is giving, at least from where I'm standing to where Eric Parker's cutting the grass right now, at least that amount of room to let him take the shot. And he's like, no, I'm not going to take it, and passes the ball off. And Twitter's erupting like, bro, all you got to do is take 1 3-point attempt. You don't have to make it. Take 1 3-point attempt. You can fucking heave the ball up from the half court at the end of the second quarter. Doesn't matter. Take 1 3-point attempt and players can cash out. On that day, he decides to not do it. The following game, he did it. And people started lighting it up on Twitter like, what the hell is going on? Are these players getting paid behind the scenes? There is a video on YouTube about how soccer players fix matches. And there was some players that was out there in England who got caught up with the Chinese syndicate. And these dudes were meeting them in hotels and meeting them in private spaces, handing off envelopes. And they tried to get 2 or 3 more players involved. And it really blew up when they went after a bigger name player and he got in trouble. And that's how it really blew up. But behind the scenes, even Chauncey Billups, there's plays that people remember from last year where his star player, Danny Avija, whatever guy's name is, 26 points, 27 points going into the fourth quarter. And he gets pulled with 5 minutes left to go down 3. And he doesn't come back in the game. So, T-Will, Could this affect the NFL soon? Because obviously with two players like, this guy Terry and Chauncey Billups, could this make its way to the NFL where you can see players or even coaches like, hey, we're down 3. Let's pull the star running back. Let's pull the star wide receiver out the game just so we can make just so I can make a little
That's
extra
why
cash on the
Bijan
side.
wasn't on the field.
Oh, come on, Carrie. We can't sit. Now, we don't want to say that right here, why he wasn't on the field on 4th and 1.
Obviously,
it's a coaching decision.
Wow,
you made me think that when you said not having your star player on the field. Which, you said this was the best player in the NFL. You don't have him on the field on Twitter.
That is true, but I have seen situations where we've watched football and fans, y'all been in the chat, y'all probably seen the game and said, what in the – that's not a penalty. That's not a flag. What is going on out here? He's not holding him. What certain things the refs see that they don't see? Is there money involved? T-Will, could this make its way to the NFL and destroy the game forever? Because obviously with these two guys getting in trouble, Jonte Porter getting in trouble recently, they even investigated Malik Beasley earlier this year too as well. Could NFL players be put
cutting in and out, or is it me?
I don't know. Hopefully, is it you?
It's definitely Jack.
Oh, come on, Carrie. Don't do this to me.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do this to me.
I'm kidding.
With the sports gambling, T-Will, could it make its way into the NFL to a point where fans should be worried about these prop bets and all this other stuff?
I'm going to respond like our beloved Dr. Martin Luther King. If there's injustice anywhere, there's injustice everywhere. If there's gambling anywhere, there's gambling everywhere. Mm-hmm. If there are misdeeds anywhere pertaining to gambling, there are misdeeds everywhere. My point is, this stuff is probably already going on, right? It's already going on. It's in every sport. Why? Because we are greedy American capitalists and we got to make as much money as possible. And there's certain elements that if you let them in, this is going to happen. So do I think this happens in the NFL? 100%. Now, it may not happen to the extent that it did in the NBA, but let's go back a little bit, Jack. Let's walk back a little bit. There's a game last year with the Bears, Mr. Eberflus, and I'm being careful, but I just want to set the scene for you, okay? It was Thanksgiving Day. Want to know how I remember? Because if I would have won, Jack, I would have won about $1,500, Jack. Oh, Jack, I was sitting pretty. Jack. All we needed was 3 points. All we needed was 3 points. It's a whole minute and a half, okay? Chicago has no timeouts. Then it's 50 minutes left, right? No timeouts. They're driving down the field. They are on the 40-yard line, and they go for it. They've got not one timeout, but 2 timeouts. They don't take any timeouts. Eberflus or whatever was fired that following week. But the bottom line is, doesn't that seem a little funny to you?
It does.
You can kick if you got not 1 but 2 timeouts, right? And you don't, right? There are pitchers who I've heard not interviewed. I saw their comments on the interwebs this year, 2025, who said, I'm so sick of getting threats from folks who are gambling on Prize Picks.
Which Steve Kerr did mention that his players do get a lot of hate mail and death threats too as well.
Said this, right?
Because there's a lot of money involved. People not just placing $2 bets on 6-pick parlays. They're talking about repeating. I've seen people, and T-Will, I'm into this stuff too as well. Yeah. I see people bet $15,000 on 2 or 3.
Jack, that goes back to the thing that I said. Like, we have a gambling problem. People are betting money that they either don't have or that they need for maybe their bills. And people seek help, please.
Right. Yeah. They're crashing out. Like even for last night, too, as we use that example that you used last year against the Bears, not putting any name or any player in there because we're not accusing anybody. The pick for Chet Holmgren last night, the data that showed that he scored 30-plus points the other night, his opening game. But last night, they set it to 13.5 on the line. He scores 30 the first night, 13.5 for game 2. He scored 15 last night, only because it went to double overtime. Not saying that they could have gave him the ball more. He could have been, more of a, of a problem on the court for the Pacers. But I was sitting there watching like something's weird. I'll just take the 13.5 just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Parker and them saw me in the chat like, what the is going on here? Where he's not getting the ball in the damn near end of the fourth quarter, going to the first 5 minutes of overtime, damn near didn't get the ball. And because of double overtime, he was able to score 2 more points to break the line.
Mm-hmm.
And it had me thinking, bro, he just scored 30 the other day. Why not set it to 20 or 25 or 26?
Mm-hmm.
How do you set it to 13.5 and he only scores 15? So I'm not just putting it out there that, there's a lot of things involved. And of course, they said the mafioso is now involved too as well. I didn't even know they were still around today. Honestly, it was 2025.
Mm-hmm. They're still around, brother.
Apparently so. But I don't want this to make its way to football. I don't want, of course, this has nothing to do with the Atlanta Falcons. I don't want this thing to get, blown up to where we can't even watch sports and enjoy it the way we need to enjoy it because somebody's out there putting $55 million on 2-player picks. And just to hear, like, what Terry Rozier said to his people, don't forget, Terry, if a player knows that he's not doing X, Y, and Z, all he got to do is just tell his people, hey, look, they didn't put me into the scheme this week. I'm not going to be getting 15 catches this week. I'm not going to be getting 20 rebounds today. And then next thing you know, you got his people making a bunch of money and people crashing out like Kerry said, because they can't make X, Y, and Z amount of money. People who just go to the game just to play the game for fair and for fun, knowing that, hey, behind the scenes, this shit is happening. So we just want to spend.
I'm almost at the point, Jack, not to cut you off, but I mean, is it even worth to bet? Because there's so many variables that you just don't know anything about.
Right.
And I've seen several instances where even in baseball, there are pitchers who are just known to strike folk out, and they come within one of whatever the threshold is.
Right. Like, how is that data know the threshold to that point where it's like, bro, you said 14 pitches thrown in the first half and the first inning, and he got 13. Like, what?
Right. It's just one. It's so for me, like, hey man, I got 2 kids in college. I can't even look Mrs. Wilson in the eye and be like,
say you blew it all on 2 pitchers going for 4 strikeouts, 4 Ks a game. Yeah, I feel you.
So but I mean, it's interesting. Do I think it? I think it's already there. I think you are. Matter of fact, I'd go so far to say it is naive to believe that it's not in every sport, from baseball to football to basketball to soccer to.
I see the video on YouTube. It's in soccer. Some way, somehow it's around there. Right.
To tiddlywinks to table tennis. To
don't tell me pickleball is a part of it too.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Hey, bro, you've been hitting that ball a little bit different today, but you need to win this pickleball game. Like,
it's everywhere.
My ankle hurt.
It's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
What's everywhere too, T. Will? You know what's everywhere?
What's up?
The super chat. Big shout to CD Electrician in the chat with the super chat.
Super chat. What's going on? Wait, Jack.
What's up, brother?
I believe our super chat was incomplete.
What's
because
that?
Yes, the third part of our trio. Okay,
she's on a call. She's on a call right now.
Oh, she's on a call. Oh, darn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
darn.
She got an order. Big shout to CD
Electrician. I didn't say that, Gary.
Hey, look, we're promoting the business and people are calling. We're promoting the business. CD Electrician with the super chat.
Super chat.
Big shout to CD Electrician. Said, I'm trying to sell tickets to the game Sunday. Falcon fans, if you're trying to go to the game on Sunday,
hit up CD Electrician.
CD Electrician right here said he's trying to sell tickets.
Have him drop his contact. Drop your contact. Well, can he do that? I mean,
if you want to see the Electrician, you're gonna have a bunch of people hitting you up. Where can they find you on Twitter? Where can they find you on Facebook, on Instagram? You're trying to sell tickets. I think, are you in the Dirty Bird Nest? Are you in the Nest, or are you in the section next to the Nest? See the Electrician. See the Electrician said, I'm trying to sell tickets to the game Sunday. Falcon fans. He dropped a super chat in here. Big shout out to See the Electrician. Now, I will say this when it comes to the selling of the tickets. They're not priced like how it was with the Bills game. So, Falcon fans, I was like, man, we paid $500 for them 300 level seats. You're not going to pay that for the Bills game. All right. The Dolphins are 1-5, 1-16. They're not that good. Falcons just came off a loss against the San Francisco 49ers. So even my 2 tickets the other day that I sold away, my season tickets to my boy, because I have some upgraded tickets too as well. Because your boy Jack Spade got a big birthday on Sunday, so I got my tickets upgraded. So I had to go ahead and sell some tickets off. I didn't sell it like, oh yeah, I'm finna make a big cap off this. I sold it to 2 Falcon fans that want to go to the game. They want to go hang out and party, and they're gonna be hanging out with me too as well. So I was like, well, I already got the extra tickets from my other section. Do you want these tickets right here? Because I can sell them to you. I could have gave them away, but I was like, T Will, got to get that prize picks money. Nah, but nah, shameless plug to them. But I put it out there for a good price. I made a post on the IG. I made a post on my Facebook real quick. And sure enough, in a matter of minutes, somebody hit me up, was like, bro, I'll get him. And that's the homie too as well. So he's going to be going to the game. But see, the electrician's in here with a super chat. He wants to sell those tickets for Sunday. So any Falcon fans looking for some tickets that don't want to pay the super capped amount on Ticketmaster or StubHub or one of those sites, see the electrician is here in the chat to help
Jack,
y'all out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes,
Do you think that we need to prohibit all players from gambling and the reason why I say that is because not in all scenarios, some folks are just greedy, but in a lot of these scenarios, these folks are trapped because now they can't pay a certain amount of money. Mm-hmm. And if you play a professional sport, you are so much more valuable to somebody who's in that position, to a bookie, to a house that you owe money, to
the mafioso
shark, to whoever, right? Your position of value is so much greater if you are in the professional sports arena. Like, let's say you're not betting on football and you're an NFL player. Let's say you rack up, I don't know, $2 million.
Calvin Ridley got involved with this too as well.
Right. Let's say you wrap up $2 million worth of debt on the NBA, but you play football, but you can't pay it. Well, guess what? Well, here's what you can do.
The bookie's gonna send his boys. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's what you can do. If you know what I mean? So really, to me, I don't think any professional sports player should be able to bet on anything. And again, this goes back to Ohtani, right?
Right, with his agent and all this stuff with the money.
His boy was doing bets, but where was his boy getting that kind of money? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, it for the sake of all things holy, and to keep faith,
keep the integrity, keep the game safe.
Right. I don't have it. Well, I don't have any faith in prospects at all. I don't have any faith. I mean, if you do it, you do it. You might look up and win, but there is a certain amount of rigging in any gambling institution, be it Prize Picks, be it whatever other one, FanDuel, whatever.
Every commercial you see, as soon as they go to commercial, hey, bet here. Make sure you bet here. Make sure you bet here. Might as well just place a $20 bet right here, then.
There is a certain amount of corruption. To what extent, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I'm just to the point, I'm not going to bet my hard-earned money because I'm not getting fair odds. I know there are things going on that I can't see. And some may say, well, that's the beauty of it. Well, hey, if you've got disposable income that you can throw away, good for you. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with my 2 kids in college, I don't. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I do. I think it's in every sport. And I, for one, just feel like players, while you're playing whatever sport you're playing, you shouldn't be able to gamble, period.
I definitely have to agree. I think if you're an NBA player, NFL player, soccer, tennis, badminton, doesn't matter. I think because you have your card, your license, whatever you're supposed to be in this field that you're in to go play, you should not be allowed to put any sports bets up across the platforms. Now, here's the problem. What they're going to do is, you're going to ban that? All right. Hey, look, Joe, check me out. Look, I need you to put 10 on this. I need you to put 20 on this, and we'll talk about it later. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to call their boys, and they're going to hit more Ohtani moves. Here goes 50 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Do X, Y, and Z, and we'll talk about this later. Terry Rozier is getting cashed into his house.
Yeah.
To his house. Bro, that's some real. Who is it? It's me, Romeo. Oh, shit. Romeo's here, y'all. Tighten up. Tighten up, everybody. The Black Suit Boys are here.
Oh boy, black suits coming.
But think about it is, who's delivering $200,000 in cash?
Oh man.
And this is how you know this stuff gets put out there to where you will get caught. One guy can't do this. And that's the problem. Remember, you had to remember T-Well long ago, or even today, you might tell somebody to say, keep it a secret. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
There's too much shit going on when you play professional sport and you gamble and you tell me you can't tell nobody. Because your homeboy Lil Ray done told Lil Didi. Hey, Lil Didi, look, hey, but how much you got? 10,000. Look, let me tell you something, bro. Put this. And then you know what happens, T-Will? They get greedy. After they make that first bet. Well, that's only game 3. 56 games left to go. And guess what? Little Didi don't got the money that Chauncey Billups got. But Lil Didi wants to get that money.
Right.
So like after Lil Didi done cashed out on $450, hell, it could be $60. You know what he wants tomorrow? Another $60. And that shit just keeps spiraling. It keeps spiraling. And next thing you know, you just got a web of confusion of just people betting and all this other stuff. Now, for me, bro, I'm telling you something. If I'm in the NBA, like Shaq said last night, if I'm in the NBA, bro, I'm making $20 million. What the is a $200,000 bet going to do for me? What is a $20,000 bet going to do for me? But then again, it's hard to take the hood out of some of these folks, man.
Well, some people just love gambling. Like there have been there have been numerous reports that Michael Jordan will gamble on anything. Now he's got billions, so
he says it's competitive. Now I just got a DM from Jordan that's talking about you want to hit the golf course later. I don't know if that's really him. But we can play 25 cents a hole if he wants.
So there's stories of Michael Jordan coming in coming in just public courts, like where folks have access or whatever, and it's probably walled off. But anyway, I saw.
You remember The Last Dance? He was doing something in the locker room. Remember, he was talking to the security guard, like, "Hey, man,
But supposedly he comes into this gym and he's like, "Hey, who wants to take me on?" And it was like for like 200 G's or something like that. And he said there was this one guy who came in there to play, but he said the way he described it is this dude had all the hood's money, and Jordan was like, the way he did it, he was like, well, look, I ain't got time to play. I ain't got time to play today, but I tell you what, 200,000 flip of a coin. You ready? And he said that dude looked at him like, nah, man, I got all the hood's money. I'm not. But like, again, Jordan bets on everything from every report that I've gotten. And there have been several from different sources. Jordan will bet on anything. Jordan's the kind of guy that'll go into Publix and be like, I bet you can get oranges for under $3. Oh, yeah. 100,000. Let's go. Like, he's that kind of guy, but he's got billions. Right. So he can do that. Everybody can't do that. Right? Everybody can't do that. Everybody doesn't have the discipline to do that. So it's just my belief that there should not be gambling allowed. Not with these organizations. If you want to bet your friend, hey, I bet you $50 you can't do push-ups. You can't stop that.
Okay? The one thing about it too, like I said, you ban it, all they're gonna do is hit Lil Ray up and say, here's 10 grand. Now you're doing it for me. That's all.
Yeah, but if you ban it, at least on the surface, you get rid of some of it. You don't get rid of all of it, right? But you get rid of some of it. And hey, all it's gonna take is
if you take the player props out and just keep the money line. That might change some things because the player props are the one like Buddy told the people that he was going out in the third quarter, like his ankle hurts. You know what I'm saying? And there were some people that raised a question last night about Buddy from the Pacers that went out. They were like, well, I ain't see him go down. I ain't see him get hurt. Not knowing what.
And that's the problem.
It's the thing. And even the game time decision, they were talking about it this morning. Players get up to an hour and a half of game time decision. Is he playing? Is he not playing? We don't know. But these bookies got to make their bread. And they're trying to put bets in, and they can't because is this guy playing? Is he injured? Is he sick? And I think they might change some stuff up soon. But the NBA is going to be under a lot of pressure going forward. I saw a lot of people balling last night, though. Balling out of control, boy. When I knew, oh, shit, they're scoring for 50 points, 60 points. But
I just think it's going to be a problem because it's going to it is going to devalue
spiral out of control eventually.
Well, it's going to devalue the confidence and the integrity of the game.
Right.
Is what it's going to do. Right. Because how can you believe this? Right. And that's what you don't want. That's the problem with stuff like this is it dilutes the appeal. It dilutes the confidence because now you're like, okay, well, I don't know if this guy's on the take or not. And it's not. Here's the thing. Even though this scandal came out with the NBA, if you do not believe that this is going on in every major sport, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn.
Bro, let me tell you
are
something.
just as naive as you want to be.
I will share it in the group with you all, in the group chat. But Falcon fans, get a chance to go look at the video. Shout out to the Dixon Way in the chat. You see his comment right here. You go look at the video with the soccer player in England. I think he played for Burnley or he played for one of them smaller clubs. But he was getting pulled into them hotel rooms, pull up in the limo, pull up in your car, go to the back. They're over there waiting on you, 3-4 guys in a room. Bam, drop the 200,000 off, drop the 300,000 off. Second half, I need you to give up 2 goals because you're a defender. And if it doesn't happen, there's going to be some trouble. But you got to pick the right one. You just, like I said, they don't have to get all the, it doesn't, you don't get the full 11 on the offense to go do it. You just need one player to miss a block. You just need one player to not score. You just need one player to not throw the ball 250 yards. And that's what's changing this integrity of this game. Because if it gets to a point where, bro, we're in the NFL championship, the Super Bowl, the NBA finals, and this stuff happens, people's going to say, that's some Chauncey Billups shit right there.
Well,
that's some real Chauncey Billups stuff right going on. And that's what you don't want spiraling out of control. So I use this topic with the NBA to find out, is it going to happen? Could it happen in NFL? And don't forget, remember Calvin Ridley too as well. And you see the Dixon Ways comment. Chauncey was the face, the front man for a gambling ring. It doesn't make sense to get involved with this unless he was blackmailed to do so due to gambling debts. That's why I don't gamble on sports. He also says the integrity of the sports world is in question at all times. And when things like this pop up, it proves people right when they question the system. Gilbert Arenas on his podcast too as well mentioned, you see the people in trouble, but they didn't say nothing about the mafia behind that.
Right.
You've seen the people in trouble.
Right.
We'll just keep it like that.
You don't know who the root cause is. And shout out.
Don't know who the root cause is.
Look, I shout out to Dixon. I just love this dude. Man.
The Dixon Way has a solid platform.
I love
talks Falcons all the time. Anybody who can go live, and I take my hats off to you all, content creators. If you can go live from the first quarter to the fourth quarter and even after, we do it for draft night here. And it's 4 or 5 hours of talking sports. And it's like, bruh, we done missed lunch. We done missed dinner. We done, you can't even get up sometimes to go step away. But when you got people that does the type of things that the Dixon Way does and other content creators, Berto, I think he goes live too as well a lot with the channel during the games. When you got people who do that, you got to take your hat off to them. That's 3-4 hours plus of talking with the fans, watching the game. And we can get to the Hawks too as well, because that was a disappointing loss the other night.
Oh my God!
But we'll get back. It's only one game.
One game, right?
One game.
Yeah.
We're not looking like the Braves yet, so let's go ahead and just settle down. But when you got things like that, content creators who can do these type of things, you have to really show your support. And I've seen the Dixon Ways channel. He's been on the show too as well. Just
a great guy. First and foremost, Dixon Way, every time I see either him or his wife post, they're always posting about their kid, always doing things with his son. Just first and foremost, as a man, as a father, as a husband, love this guy, man, because it is all about his family. And you see that in every interaction. You see that, just an authentic gentleman. I love me some Dixon Way.
I remember Dixon Way at training camp. Remember we was in Buford.
Yep.
And we kept hearing, yo, Jack, yo, T-Will. Who the fuck is called? Jack, T-Will. Goddamn. They said, I'm getting ready to fight. I'm getting ready to somebody call your name like that. It's like, yeah, all right.
We had like this. Didn't he have the selfie stick or whatever?
He's sitting right there on the front row, but it was just so much noise and stuff going on. I'm like, bro, T-Will, square up now. Hey, I watch your back, you watch my back on some Ninja Turtle shit. And Dixon Way is sitting right there with his family. What's up, man? It's just me, Dixon Way. What's up, man? I said, what's up, bro? But even at training camp at Flowery Branch, we're at the bottom of the hill. We're baking in the sun. We're burning up. He's up there in the top of his chair, going live, just chilling, talking about his
thing, man.
Going live in the right way. He wasn't going live showing the practice. He's looking this way on the camera. talking to the fans around him. But even walking up there, yo, Jack, come over here, man. Come say what's up to the camera. Come say what's up to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good brother right there.
Just,
and of course, beautiful
I
family
love Dixon Way, man. I love I don't just good people, right? Dixon Way, his wife Shonda, good people, good team, great content.
Right.
Love them. Just want to shout them out. Also, this dude right here, Debo.
It keeps
Vibes,
going
man.
with more great people that we have here in the chat. Debo Vibes, man. He's killing the game right now. So big shout out to Debo Vibes. He also
got me
does
the other day.
He got me too. He got me in the fantasy report.
The fantasy report. So Debo was because I think I won, and he was like, "Yeah, T. Willard is 6,000 monitors or whatever." But then, like the week before when I lost, he was like, "Yeah, he slapped the whatever out of him." That was funny. Shout out to you, Debo, man. Debo,
did you hear Debo get at me about Bodie when Bodie beat me and he put the wow in the background?
Yeah, I did.
Debo, you doing me like that, Debo?
That's
how. Well, let me get the wow right here, dude.
I hear you.
Oh, vibes.
Shout out to Debo, man. He's killing it with those recaps of the Falcons content creators.
That was great.
Fantasy Football League. He's killing it.
I'll say this. My players were on a bye. A lot of my starters, a lot of my big dogs was on a bye. And the way Bodie got this league set up, I went to go get some players from the waiver wire and all this free agency stuff, and I can't pick them up the day before the game and all this nonsense. And Bodie put a whooping on me, man. I think it was like 168 to like 120. He put a whooping on me.
But see, that's part of the whole fantasy football thing, Jack, is like when you're drafting, you kind of have to look, or at least that's what I do. I try to look at my players and check their bye weeks so that I don't take a whole bunch of players. And that's why they say not to take a bunch of players from the same team for that reason as well.
Yeah.
So I try to spread it out.
And Josh Allen gone and Deebo Samuels was out or something. And I think Jalen Wall. It was a whole bunch of, bro, why is Christian Kirk on my lineup? Why do I have this no-name running back on my, I had to go pick people up. And sure enough, as I'm picking them up with their projection scores and stats, I'm like, bro, ain't no way I'm finna beat Bodie with this. I'm already down 40 points. No way possible. So Bodie got the quick win. But we got another content creator in here who does Falcons football, talks Falcons football so well. And in a matter of minutes, we finna be on the golf course too as well. So Big Low Country Sports is here. Big shout to Big Low. We're heading out his way today, out there in West Pines to go play some golf. But Big Low's in the chat. He said, to this day, I feel like that game we lost against the Dallas Cowboys when we didn't recover the onside kick.
Oh, that, man. Talk about that game. Related. I watched that game in Baltimore. I was the only Falcons fan at the sports bar. I think I was actually at Buffalo Wild Wings. And everybody's just looking at me like, really?
Right.
Oh, man, I will never forget that game.
Right. And big shout out to everybody in the chat. Falcon fans, where are you checking in from? Season ticket holders, please rep your section. If you're on Facebook, hit the like. If you're on YouTube, hit the like and the share and the subscribe. If you're on Twitter, hit that repost. Tag your Falcons friends. You know, this is a safe chat to come talk Falcons football. We already talked about the Falcons 49ers, went into a little bit about the sports gambling, gave a quick shout out to Ray for his time being here. Of course, he's on with the Giants now. Oh, Ray and Koo's on the Giants. So look at that. Best of buddies over there. So big shout out to the Dixon Way. Said the Hawks play tonight. Time to redeem that season opener. Thanks for the shout out, fellas. We'll be doing the game tonight. So Hawks fans, if y'all want to head over there, I think, who is it? Hawks in Orlando got tonight. So that's going to be a tough game for the Hawks, too, as well. Orlando did some rebuilding. I think they got Desmond Bain over there. That boy Franz Wagner's a guy to watch for. Paulo Banchero, too, as well. Not giving y'all any player props, but, you know, these guys can ball. I will tell you that right now. So big shout out to those players who's going to be out there. T-Will, this way wants to know, did you watch the Marvel Zombies?
I did. Yes, I did. Great series. I think it's a 4-episode series. Great series. Enjoyed it. Yes, I did, Dixon Way. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Big shout to Debo Vibes. He said, our fantasy football league is something serious. I got to represent. I look forward to seeing Debo Vibes video this week as I take on Boo Man Shouted. He's 2-4, I believe. I'm going to put the whooping on this boy coming up this week. So I hope you guys are real prepared for this whooping that Jack Spade is going to put on Boo Man. I got to go. I think I'm going to go, 6-2 or something like that? Somewhere around that range.
I can't wait till week 10 when you play me so you can take an L.
Oh, okay.
I've been checking. When do I play this guy that keeps talking all this trash?
Yeah, Carrie, you might want to get some W's there because you might not be making the playoff run this year. I'm looking at your team right now. I think it's
wow.
let's zen out for a moment here. Let's just zen out,
Don't
Carrie.
get ahead of yourself now. It's how you finish, not how you start.
Carrie,
Mr.
if you're a
Undefeated.
second half of the season type fantasy football player, well, you better be
That's
praying
how
on
you
the
make the
second.
playoffs, my friend.
You're not winning that week 10 game. Carrie, don't talk that shit. Carrie, hold on, T-Will. Just hold on. Carrie, don't talk that shit now. I'm telling you now. We're going to go at it, Carrie. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. You see, I got to get T-Will up out of here. I got to get the principal up out of here, right? So the teachers can talk. All right, let's bring T-Will back. Here we go now. Here we go.
I gotta get the principal up out of here.
Sorry, what did he say, T-Will? He was cutting out. I couldn't hear him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, I like it, Gary. I like
John
it.
Brooks
You ain't said nothing.
He said, yo, Jack, we got Debo in the chat. He done him and Smokey done got the $200. Sheesh. Lord, John Brooks in the chat. Shout out to Debo Vibes too as well. Dixon Way said, y'all keep grinding. It's good content, fellas. Hold up. Who birthday is it? My birthday is Sunday, and this is pretty much the birthday week.
Scorpio season.
It's Scorpio season. Something about Capricorns 2 months from now, but we'll deal with that later.
Yeah,
right
we'll
now
it's Scorpio season.
I'm on the 26th, which is in 2 days. T-Will's on the 17th, coming up next month too as well. We got a nice little Halloween podcast for y'all. Next week, Friday, Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. It falls on Halloween. So we're going to have a nice little Halloween podcast too as well. Might have some people stopping by to talk some Falcons football with us in a Halloween type of way. Get that? In a Halloween type of way. But yeah, man, my birthday is Sunday. We're turning up at the Falcons game. So if y'all see me at the game, or even if I go live, definitely head over to the One Time for the Fan page on IG. If you guys have Instagram, head over there right now and just hit the follow button real quick. I'll follow y'all back. But, we're going live on Sunday, YouTube, Facebook, some way, somehow, talking Falcons football with the fans. Probably won't be doing the podcast Sunday because that Tito's will be Titoing. So T-Will knows after you get a big win, we head over to the after party, right? From there,
after party. Let's
turn up a little bit, have a couple drinks, chat it up with some of the Falcon fans because there's usually all Falcon fans that's over there. But we're gonna have a great time enjoying some Falcons football on Sunday at the Bend. So big shout out to y'all. William Amy's back in the chat. He said Raheem has to go. So I'm tired of this gambling talk. I'm tired of this basketball talk and birthday talk. Raheem has to go. So big shout out to everybody that's here talking Falcons football with us. And April Thomas says, Jack, you play me next week. He's in the fantasy football league. April Thomas is in the league.
Ron Thomas. He's in the league too? I don't know. Is he? Whose league is it, Kerry?
I don't know. I know I'm whipping up on everybody.
Is it Bodie's league?
It's Bodie's league. I'm going to the playoffs. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about T-Will.
You didn't have to do that, Jack.
I don't know about Kerry. Kerry talking about week 10. I'm already sitting my starter. I'm sitting my starters by week 10.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't get ahead of yourself. We know what happened with 6 and 3 last year. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I beat Bro Talk the other day.
Right now.
Kerry called me out when it was the Bills-Falcons game. She said, how dare you play Josh Allen in the Bills defense?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Against the Falcons. And it's like, Kerry, I picked these people for a reason. But because Kerry is in here, saying to me at this time, don't pick Josh Allen on Twitter. Called me out on Twitter of all things in front of her 15,000 fans. Called me out talking about you got Josh Allen in the Bills defense. I said, okay, you know what, Kerry? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go find a defense that's just playing tonight. It was the Commanders. I took the Commanders defense. They got whooped by the Bears. But I put Kirk Cousins in the game. Kirk Cousins didn't get no projection points. And I still beat Bro Talk. So that's what, Kerry, week 10, I might just put Kirk Cousins back in the game just to show you how bad you're going to get whooped up on in this fantasy league.
Keep talking that smack.
A1 Forever Sports. We went from the Dixon Way, content creator, great guy, over there to Debo Vibes, holding down that channel too as well, to Big Low Country Sports, right over here to A1 Forever Sports too as well. So the content creators are checking in. I don't know if they're on break at work or they're just off today, but big shout out to all you all. See, I threw a little joke at Yahweh too. Big shout out to all you all here in the chat talking Falcons football with us. Debo Vibes says Kerry was my thank you, Debo. Hey, Debo Vibes. I'm talking to you like Debo. Hey, Debo
I
Vibes.
thought
Make sure
we
you put
were
that on your
cool.
video
Nah,
about
Debo.
Kerry. Kerry was my easiest victory of the year. You got nothing to worry about, Jack. Big shout to Debo Vibes. Foodies. Big shout to Debo Vibes.
I know the 3-win Saints. 3-win Debo Vibes ain't talking.
He got a win on you though. He got a win on you. He got a win on you, and he's telling me right
Y'all
now,
need
don't
to
even worry
chill
about
on
it.
me. I'm just saying because I'm gonna bring out that 21 carry. That's all I gotta say. And
21 carry.
Wait. What's this, y'all? I ain't say nothing to you, Carrie. Hold up, that's Jack.
T will sit at the bottom of the pack like I'm just trying to get this league over with so I can get to the next year's league.
That is Jack Spade, ma'am.
I thought we were cool, man.
Wait,
hold up. I'm not coming at you, Carrie. I'm not coming at you. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting back here watching it. Your beef is with Mr. Jack Spade here.
Okay? Gary wants to know whose birthday it was, and he said that you kept cutting out. So I'll go ahead and say it. It's our friend Jack's birthday in 2 days. Scorpio season, birthdays in 2 days.
Carrie,
he's already on that Tito's this morning.
Go ahead,
Carrie. That's okay. Carrie, we got a show later on today, right? Do we not?
Yeah, we do.
All right. So, I'm not going to come at you before the show. This is all Mr. Jack Spade's doing, number one. Okay. So, look, I just laugh at y'all. You know what? Who was the guy in Menace to Society that just liked to sit back and watch them do dirt? What was his name? He was the OG.
Yeah, MC Rand?
Yeah. No. What was it? MC8?
MC8.
I can't think of his name in the movie, but that's me. I just sit back and watch all young folks just go at it. I have no dog in this fight. Okay, but just to be fair, Jack,
T-Will, looking at your record,
she's been giving you the business.
Looking at your record, T-Will, I think you're ready for the fantasy.
I'm already out.
Baseball.
I'm already out.
The fantasy baseball league.
I'm 1-5. I'm already out.
That is tough. That is tough. Here, do me a favor.
It is what it is.
You do play some people that I need you to at least pinch the bit. You know what I'm saying? At least give them a little pinch.
Spoilers. You want to play spoilers. Don't fall for it, T-Will.
Just play spoiler, T-Will. Like, there's a game happening Sunday. If you can go adjust your lineup. Who do you play Sunday, T-Will?
I don't even know. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Carrie, can we find out who T-Will plays and what is his record?
T-Will, you need to get some wins for the morale of the team. You can't go out like that. You got to go out fighting.
You right. Let me see.
That is tough.
Don't forget to do your lineups.
No, I did them. I did them last night. Y'all would have been proud of me. I did them last night. Now, whether or not they took, because I'm in 2 leagues, and on one of them I made the adjustments, and when I went into it this morning, it didn't take. So I don't know.
The thing I'm upset about is I think you got 1 win on the season, and it's against me. So somebody was obviously in your ear because
I just beat you. Fair
I just beat you, Jack. I just beat you. You know what I mean? I'm just better at this than you, right? Okay. At least I was on that day. How about that, Jack? You see how humble Jack got?
Everyone said, I ain't even gonna reply to that. Hey, when somebody get a win on me, I can't say nothing about it. But bro talk, you can't say nothing, bro talk. You got that whooping with Kirk Cousins out there at quarterback.
You think that's okay? Like I'm gonna flat your tires when I see your car team.
That sounds like some Kivara stuff. That sounds like some Kivara stuff. You think that's something, Jack? I was sitting my starters in week 1. A1 Forever Sports here.
What up, A1?
I was King Richie. He says y'all gotta leave 21 carry alone. Thank you, King Richie.
The Darius Brown's in the chat.
I play Team McClappy. Who's McClappy?
McClappy? That's McClappy.
McClappy? That's not even.
Wait, no. Sorry, wrong league. Sorry about that. Wrong league.
Oh, what is going on, T-Will? What you got going over there? What league is that? McClappy.
That's the TikTok league.
That's the X league over there. McClappy. Oh gosh.
So I play Space Mountain this week.
Space Mountain is
that's A1 forever.
A1.
Hey, let me tell you something. Dub them. That's a dubs. That's dubs. But then again, you got to fix your lineup properly now. A1 knows what he's doing over there.
Well, my problem to your point, because I think either you or Kerry brought that up, is I have, and see, it did it again, right? So I made substitutions for D. Montgomery and Jay Gibbs because they're both on the Lions and they both
Well,
have
first
buys.
of all, there's no Jake Gibbs, so that's your first problem right
Good
there.
Lord.
Jay Gibbs. Jay Gibbs.
Who's Jay Gibbs?
For Detroit, he's a running back.
Jay Gibbs?
Let me put this in the camera. Hold on. Yeah. Can you see it?
Carrie, help this man, Carrie. Don't let this man do it.
Can you see it?
Throw this man a line, Carrie.
Can you see it? Wait,
I see it.
Let me.
I see it.
It won't let me. It won't let me. Magnify.
Carrie, he used to call me Jake when we first started the podcast. He used to call me Jake. He's like, "Hey, Jake, what you got over there?"
There's an initial J here.
Who is
you
Jake?
guys are doing I didn't
It's
say
Jameer, bro.
The first time you said
initial.
Jake,
No,
then
the
you
first
changed
time
it
I
to
said
J.
J is in J.
Oh, J is in the initial.
letter
I think
J.
he is going off of. Okay, I got it.
The letter J, initial
Okay.
J. So, but anyway, the point is, whenever I make a change, guys, it goes back to initially what it was, and I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Sounds like a user error.
That's tough. Big shout to the Dixon way here in the chat.
Why would it go back? Why would it go back? That makes sense.
I don't know, Carrie, but it keeps doing that.
All right,
I don't know why.
I'll help you. Later, I'll help you.
Please,
Hey, look,
please.
Big shout to Dixon way. Big shout to Birdcage.
Y'all are so funny. Look at the comments. Debo said T-Will tripping. He needs to put that damn Chick-fil-A soup down.
Oh shit, for real?
You mean that Mountain Dew? That's what
man.
Look, Pam Jackson said, "What's up with ganging up on Carrie? Hang tough,
right?
Carrie. You got this, man."
Ganging
Carrie,
up
we talking
on
about
Now, Miss Pam.
Carrie, man. We
Now,
can't
Miss
come in there,
Pam.
man.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Pam.
Thank you.
I am not ganging up on
And
Carrie.
where's Christy
That is not
Lewis?
true.
Where's Christy Lewis? Because I know she'd have.
Oh
my
my God! Oh, okay.
She's probably in there.
Oh.
Dixon Way said, "Is Big Little Country Sports going to beat you at golf on your birthday?"
Probably.
Damn.
We might give him a win because it's his birthday.
Oh,
Say what?
Wow. Oh,
Is Big Little Country Sports going to do what?
Oh, wow.
Man.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Y'all gonna look on CBS one day and say, "That looks like Jack Spade." Hold on, let me text him. Jack, are you on CBS right now?
Oh,
Like, yeah, I'm on the back
Is
nine
that
right
Brian
now. Tory
DeChambeau or
Pines.
that's Jack Spade?
Shit. Carrie got the jokes today.
Wait, that's
Carrie
supposed
got
to be
the
a
jokes today.
compliment.
I can see Carrie next time she come back to the bins. Hey, are you down there? I'm in the 300 section. Didn't you say you got me? Didn't you say you got me? I know this is your voicemail, but if you can pick up the phone. If you can pick up the phone. The Birdcage said Jack a broke clock is right. 2 times a day. T-Will got lucky, bro. Hey, man. Let me tell you something. This fantasy football league, bro, I'm going in, bro.
Who said T-Will got lucky?
He got lucky on that one time, bro. Somebody, look, Birdcage, I don't know if you know this.
Now, Ryan.
Look,
Ryan,
I was undefeated,
nice,
bro. I was undefeated.
Nice,
Y'all need to
T-Will
give
had one of
T-Will
the
his
worst
flowers,
rosters
man.
in
It's any
fantasy
given
football
Sunday.
league
Y'all
history.
always tell me, Carrie, any given Sunday.
Thank
We're
you.
never
Thank
going
I don't want to
to
hear that.
Carrie.
I don't want to hear that.
Any given
I
Sunday,
don't want to hear that.
Ryan.
Birdcage, no, cut the bullshit.
It.
I don't want to hear that. Somebody hit
it.
T-Will up. I saw the transactions being made before the game started. I said, this joker ain't win a game yet. How the hell? And he's down, Birdcage, and he was down like 60 points.
But I won last week. I'm 2-5 now, baby. I'm on a winning streak. Let's go.
Bro, I was sitting there watching. That was the game that Montgomery and Gibbs went crazy. And I'm watching my lead on T-Will evaporate. And I'm telling T-Will, who called you? Who called you to tell you to make these transactions? No way possible you're beating me. I'm 3-0 right now. I'm 4-0. How are you beating me?
You weren't 4-0 after that day, sir. I know that. I know that.
God,
I know who was victorious that day.
Mrs. Smith said with that McClappy, you in that freak ass league. You out there with Kendrick, with Drake, hanging out with Drake with a freak ass boy. Goddamn, Big Good Country said McCrappy.
That's what I said.
McClappy sound like that secret fan site name. Look at that boy. Look at that boy.
McClappy is crazy.
McClappy. I know T-Will over there.
T-Will, man. You gotta stay off that TikTok, T-Will.
Right. John Brooks is in the chat. Fans are here and having a good time. Look, we stepped away from Falcons football to go to some gambling.
I was gonna say, did you guys even talk about the Dolphins?
No.
Like,
And we need to.
We haven't even got there yet, but we're about to
We're
get
at
back.
2 hours
We're
and
about
we've
to get
said
back. Here
nothing
we do.
about the Dolphins. Jeez.
All right, so we went Falcons. We started the show with the shout out to Ray Ray. Of course, he's gone to the Giants. Went straight to Falcons 49ers. What went wrong? Now then we went to the gambling talk with Chauncey Billups and could this NBA thing affect the NFL? So we've been all around the world right now. Let's get back to Atlanta. Let's get back to the city, out here in the A, because we have a big game Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. A1 asked me a question this morning. I responded to it. I believe Kerry responded to it. I believe T. Will responded to it too. Country said McClappy sound like a freaky ass McDonald's sandwich over there. What is going on here with the McClappy?
Oh, wow.
But A1 asked this question, T. Will. He asked this question, Kerry. Chat. He asked the question for all Falcon fans. I told him I was going to put it on the channel. Is this a must-win game on Sunday versus the Dolphins? Yes or no, and why? Let's go to Miss Carey first.
Go ahead.
Because I'm sure Carey has a lot to say when it comes to Falcons Dolphins. Is this a must-win game on Sunday versus the Dolphins, Carey? Yes or no?
It's 100% a must-win game. Honestly, you want to keep the pace with the Bucks, and the NFC actually looks a lot. Unfortunately for us, the wild card's even tough because the NFC is tougher than normal. In recent years, the AFC kind of dominates, but this year, NFC is looking a lot better. So
NFC South too, as well, outside the Saints. But yeah.
Yeah, so my thing is, this is a must-win game because unfortunately our Falcons offense has not figured out how to play at a high level on the road. So this is your last home game for a few weeks. So for me, I think we're averaging 26 points at home, 26 plus points at home. So my thing is, this should be a comfortable win. They're missing Tyreek. Now they're missing, their second pass catcher. And Darren Waller, he went down, so he just got placed on IR this past week. So, I mean, the only two players they really have is Chan and Waddle. So I think you limit Waddle. I mean, that could be a little bit of a worry with our, I believe, 20th ranked run defense. But besides that, I think this is a must-win game because we still haven't figured out how to win on the road. And next, you got the Patriots on the road and the Colts in Germany. So for me, yes, this is a must-win game. Because honestly, heading into the season, we thought Patriots game and Colts game might not be that tough of a matchup, but actually they're both playing at a high level. So Dolphins are honestly playing terribly right now. And especially Tua. So my thing is, the Dolphins, I think they allow the Dolphins run defense. They're allowing the most explosive runs in the league right now. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the Falcons offense in our, we're 3-3. In our 3 wins, we have 4 or more explosive runs, meaning like 10 yards or more. So in the 3 losses, we don't have any explosive runs 10 yards or more. So for me, that is very telling. And like I said earlier on the show, our identity should be a run first offense. This team I feel was built to run the ball first with Tyler and Bijan. So you don't need to be seeing, well, at least on the road, you don't need to be seeing, your rookie quarterback throw 38 times in a game when you got that running back duo on the team. So the good news for us is the Dolphins have given up the most explosive runs in the NFL this season with 29. So I think this is a game that Tyler and Bijan should go off, and we should win this game comfortably with how the offense plays at home.
Right. And big shout out to the Dixon Way and the chat. Big shout out to all the other content creators, Debo Vibes, A1. You had Dirty Bird Sanctuary in here. You had Bro Talk, Berto in here, Country and everybody. You got the Birdcage LLC. If y'all don't know who the Birdcage LLC is, now's your opportunity. Head over on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can find the Birdcage LLC. Make sure you go ahead and give Ryan a like, share,
Ryan,
subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to Ryan here talking Falcons football. He said, again, we are the number 7 ranked offense and lead the league in rush offense. Birdcage LLC is back in the chat again. He said, our identity is a run first offense, like Kerry mentioned before. Zach is trying to do too much and does so little with his brain. So many people in here have been calling out Zach Robinson today with the play calling. I do think this is a big must-win game on Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. Probably a game where you could see 2 quarterbacks. I don't think 2 is going to end up playing all 4 quarters with the way he's been playing. You might even see Quentin Ewers out there. It could be Mike McDaniel's last trip back down to Miami after the game, because you're going to go out there and blow out the Dolphins, and you're going to send that team to 1-7 they're going to be? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
1-7.
One game, yeah.
Right, and you're going to send that team back down, to Miami looking bad, man. And it's going to be tough for them, trying to pick up for the rest of the season, because that team is just in shambles. You got Pam Jackson in the chat too as well. Yes, this is a must-win. Big shout out to Miss Pam. And then we travel. We need wins in every game. We have the talent. Just execute correctly. Mr. Smith is in the chat. They need to be running the hell out of Tyler. This is his last year here. Get what we can out of him. Save Bijan's knees. That is also some talk to go to later on in the year when it comes to players that could be staying, players that could be going. A lot of contract years here with some of the players here in Atlanta, and it's gonna pick up as it gets close to week 15, 16, 17 of what players could be doing going forward. I think right now at this point in time, we're just trying to win every game as much as we can, because we got to get to the playoffs. Birdcage said, sadly, Zach has his mind on Oklahoma State for the head coaching job he's up for. He's not here in ATL. He's mentally checked out.
Dang.
Well,
to Birdcage's point, when he was asked about it on the podium, he didn't completely shut it out, which I peeped. Words matter, right. And Atlanta reporters were asking him about the rumors about that job and him, has him being contacted or him being interested in it. And he basically didn't say, absolutely not, I want to stay here, I'm happy here. He didn't say that. He kind of shut it down, like he didn't want to talk about it.
right.
But he didn't rule it out, that's for sure.
Well, let's hope he doesn't leave the playbook anywhere, like a former OC before he went to a new team. Let's just
wow.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T-Will, quickly, man, let's go. Is this a must-win game on Sunday versus the Dolphins? Yes or no, and why? For my ATO Sports.
It is 100% a must-win versus the Dolphins. Yes. And why? Well, number one, we got to keep up with the 49ers. And, as Kerry so eloquently illustrated, the NFC is very competitive right now. You might have to win 10 games to get
you absolutely have to win 10.
You might have to win 10 games.
10 might not even do it, to be honest.
It might not.
Be 11
it might not.
Right,
so, yeah, it's every game going forward. And I think Kerry alluded to this in either one of our chats or maybe on a show with me and Scott yesterday. But every game going forward is a must-win. Let's just put it that way. So, yes, agreed.
Falcon fans, I see some, they have one music fest happening this weekend too as well. And there's a set with Trick Daddy and Trina and some people from Miami coming out here for that. So, I see they're putting out parties too as well. 305 to the 404 and all this other stuff happening here in the city. So you got to let these Dolphins fans show up and catch this L. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's going to happen. You got to catch these hands. A1 Forever Sports said, well, Jack not going to lie to you. It was me. Big shout out to A1 here in the chat. Birdcage said, at this point, we need to trade for Logan Wilson, the Bengals middle linebacker, who's a captain. We need a presence and experience at that spot. Bertram is the special teams ace, and we need a true middle linebacker. Man, hopefully they do make some moves here going forward. A lot of fans have hit me up about Logan Wilson. Like, what do I think? What should the Falcons do?
No for me, dog.
They're in a position right now they have to.
I'm sorry. I don't want Logan Wilson, and that's no disrespect to you or him, but honestly, watching Bengals games, like, his play has, like, he was so good when they were in the Super Bowl, but honestly, they extended him 2 years ago now. He still has 2 years left on his deal. He just, his play, he cannot cover. I don't know. He's not a good coverage linebacker anymore, and he is slow. I mean, he literally got his chain snatched by the rookie,
Ooh,
Demetrius Knight
ooh,
Jr.
Don't
And
get your chain snatched.
he did, and
ooh.
to Birdcage's point, he is a captain, which to me is even worse. You got your chain snatched by the rookie, getting outplayed by the rookie. So his production, or I'm sorry, his snap count has gone down significantly this season, and he was primarily being used on special teams now, which is why he's requesting that trade. Um, but yeah, he used to be very good, especially during the Super Bowl. But the last 2 seasons, man, his play, he can't cover anymore. And I don't want a linebacker who can't cover and who's slow, to be honest. So he definitely would be an upgrade, I feel, over,
Bertram.
JD, because of his experience and his leadership. But in the same token, his coverage isn't there anymore, but still is very instinctual. But I just feel like you got your chain snatched by the rookie, who, by the way, he's ranked right now 73rd over out of 77 for linebackers. Demetrius Knight, he's not playing at a high level either, so that's just very telling, in my opinion, that you got benched for him.
When I
Um,
when I
so.
tell y'all Kerry talks Falcons football,
Kerry talks Falcons
Kerry
football.
talks
Oh,
Falcons.
no, I don't want to struggle with Bertrand, but I also don't think we should trade away draft picks for a player who, yes, he has starting experience, but I just feel
We,
like you're bringing in a guy that it would be an upgrade, but not that big of an upgrade to lose a draft pick. He might only, command like a fifth to seventh round pick, so I guess maybe you do it, but at the same time, they already told you, Ulbrich said this is going to be a committee, where they're going to cover that. I don't know that they're planning to trade for anybody. He
let's
didn't say
let's
we're only
hope.
looking to upgrade. Yeah, we can hope, but he straight out said yesterday that this is just going to be by committee until our guy gets back in
Right.
Diablo. So I don't know. I just feel like three things. I would prefer somebody else over Logan Wilson. Number two, I don't think we're going to trade for anybody, but I could be wrong. And number three, I don't even know that they're going to honor Logan Wilson's trade because he has 2 years left on that deal.
Mhm.
And secondly, Mike Brown is not that type of owner, so I don't see that they're going to do a midseason trade personally. So I just don't see it realistically happening.
Right. Let's hope that JD Bertram had a good week of practice. I mean, you're not playing the number one team in football. You're playing a bad team. Honestly, I still have my equipment. I can go out there and play middle linebacker if they need me to. They don't have to pay me much. I'll go out there with no helmet and beat the Dolphins. But big shout out to the Birdcage. He said, I look at impact of players, not just numbers at all, because again, players sometimes need to change the scenery. And again, Cincinnati is a toxic place, especially at this time with the Bengals are dealing with. Well, we talked about circumstances some of these players are under in the past. So maybe a new change of scenery could help a Logan Wilson with a Jeff Ulbrich at place. But
I could.
let's see what JD Bertram does against the Dolphins. JD Bertram, you can get 15 sacks and 2 tackles against Tua. This is a bad team. This is a bad team you're playing on Sunday. A very bad team. Like the Browns whooped up on these boys. Everybody's been whooping up on the Dolphins.
Oh yeah,
We should be able to go in there and do the same thing too as well. And let's hope that it happens the correct way. The Nerd King is in the middle. I'm sorry, in the middle. The Nerd King is here too as well. Talking Falcons football. He said, play middle linebacker and get killed. Don't do it, Jack. Especially on my birthday too as well. Just imagine if Raheem says, hey, big dog, you over there. You want to play middle linebacker today? It's your birthday, right? Like, joke, I'm turning 40.
That's funny.
It's a lot. What's up?
Jack, I was going to ask you guys, with how bad Tua is playing, right now, he's had 3 turnovers in the last 2 games. I mean, I think he had a 24-yard rate, a 24% quarterback rating last week against the Browns. They only scored 6 points, went 0 for 2 in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
He only threw 100 yards. They look terrible. He looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said in the press conference he couldn't see, in the middle of over the middle of the field because he is only 6'1", but I guess he was saying he couldn't see over the defenders in the middle of the field, which I thought that was usually Tua's like what he's good at is throwing in middle field. So that's kind of surprising for me. I don't know what's going on with Tua, but he looks terrible.
Every
I
week you hear something else with Tua. Remember last week the players are not showing up to the players only meetings.
right. So I say all that to ask you guys, how many turnovers, interceptions, fumble recoveries, how many interceptions or turnovers do you think that our Falcons defense, who's playing at such a high level, number 2 in passing defense right now in the league, how many turnovers do you think we can have against a Tua who has thrown 3 interceptions back-to-back weeks?
You get a 3 and you get 2 interceptions from Tua, he's benched. I'm going to say 3 tomorrow. I'm going to say 3 Sunday. I'm going to say at least 5 sacks and 3 interceptions with this defense on a 1-6 team. Now, next week, you have to play a team that is 5-2 at the moment. Following behind that, you have to play a team that people are saying is the best team in the NFL right now. And you got to travel to Berlin, the Indianapolis Colts. So I want to see the Falcons go out there. Like you said, we haven't played well on the road, Kerry, except for that Vikings game. I want to see this team go out there and beat the Dolphins bad. I'm talking about 30-3. I'm talking about 40-6. I'm talking about Tua not even playing in the second half. I'm talking about the Dolphins GM getting fired, Mike McDaniels getting fired. I'm talking about all that. I want to see that happen on Sunday. So let's go out there and beat these Dolphins up. One thing we do have to talk about, because I got to get up out of here because we got this golf game about to start soon, is this injury report. And leading into the injury report, there's another thing that fans are talking about. And T-Will, let's get to you, man, so you can let us know what you think about this. Can you see it, T-Will? Everybody's there?
Yep, I can see it.
I'm here.
Hold on. What the hell didn't happen now? Is StreamYard? Y'all there?
It was fine.
Oh, it's
can
fine?
hear you.
You
Yeah.
can see the injury report pop up?
Well,
We
yeah,
saw
yeah.
it. It went away, but we saw
Okay,
it.
hold on. Let me get to it because I tell you, I hate StreamYard, and if Falcon fans agree, we all hate StreamYard. Let's see, pull this up right here. Do. Does it work now? Is it there now? Can we see it? There we go. Falcons are banged up. The Falcons are banged up. But there's one name on there that I think fans are concerned with. And his name is Michael Penix. And this goes to a question to the chat. This is a question for everybody here talking Falcons football. Do we play Penix or do we play Kirk Cousins on Sunday? Here's my thing. You've said it numerous amount of times that Michael Penix is your franchise quarterback. You're playing a 1-6 team. There's an opportunity for one of these players that know that they are not going to the playoffs. They might not even be on the Dolphins next year. They take one shot at Penix's knee. One good hit. Don't forget he was sacked twice the other day, but he was hit a few times. And I think his hand was hurting too as well. Did y'all see him holding his hand in San Francisco too as well when Penix went down on a play in the fourth quarter? It was his thumb or his throwing hand, something like that. But the knee, the leg, whatever's going on here. T-Will, quickly, do you play Kirk? Do you play Penix? It's a 1-6 team. You got to go out there and get the win. But if Penix takes a hit and he is out for a significant amount of time, you're rolling with Kirk for the rest of the season. And I think that's where Mike Bell and everybody was talking about on their respective platforms of, you know, if Kirk comes in and balls out and goes crazy. No, did he? If he goes crazy, does Kirk start the rest of the year? Do you play him up into the – how is this going to work? Right, T-Will, what is your thoughts on this? Playing Penix or playing Kirk Cousins on Sunday? Because you saw Kirk had the helmet on in San Francisco. He was standing next to Raheem. But Raheem said Penix gave him the thumbs up. Now seeing this limited practice, day out, everything, limited practice this week. I say if he's 100% healthy, play him. Do we know if he's going to be 100% healthy? You never know. But
I don't think he's going to be 100% healthy.
so in that situation, Falcon fans, what do we do Sunday? It's one game. I'm not saying play Kirk the rest of the year.
Mhm.
I'm saying you need to make sure Penix is healthy going forward. I wouldn't play somebody who's 60%. I'm not playing somebody who's 70%. I need my guys at 100%. And I'm sure there's some guys who probably don't want to say about their injuries that are banged up or their arm hurts or their toe hurts because they want to get out there and play. But this is your future franchise starting quarterback who has dealt with injuries in the past. And don't forget, we've been spoiled here in Atlanta with the king, Matt Ryan, who only missed 3 games in his career. Going into his 10th game right now, he's limited at practice. T. Will, your thoughts? We playing Penix, we playing Kirk, and why? Then we'll get to our shout outs and wrap this show on up. Oh, and Kerry too as well.
Okay. So I feel like first off, nobody's at we're what, week 8? Nobody's 100%. Now,
Right.
that doesn't mean you play them at 50% or whatever, but for me, it's a game time decision. If you come out and you can see that he can't get anything on his throws, Penix has to set his feet, but I mean, as an evaluator, you gotta, take some of it out of his hands. So, because he is a rookie, I mean, hey, take a look at him. How does he look to you? How does he look on his finish? How does he look on his follow through? How does he look on his throws?
How does he look warming up? Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game time decision, but I'm okay if you have to go to Kirk to get us through a couple of games. I think our issue, and I think one of our main issues, and again, I love Raheem. I love Raheem. I'm going to say that before I say this because it's going to sound like I don't, but I do love Raheem. But, sometimes you just got to pick a side and go with it, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't worry about what people say. You can't worry about the narrative being driven. I think sometimes we get so focused into what the narrative is and what public fallout is going to be that we let that supersede and guide our objectives for the team, right? And I'm hoping that we learned our lesson from last year. So last year, the whole thing was, well, if you put Penix in and he's great, you can't put, Kirk back in. Who says that? You're the leader of the team. So right. Again, if it's me, it's a game time decision. I'm gonna evaluate him. If I don't feel good about him, then guess what? I'm gonna play Kirk. And I'll live and die with whatever happens. If he doesn't look good next week, guess what? I'll play Kirk. I'm not going to let the fans manage or dictate how I manage or dictate. That dictate's a bad word, but how I coach or manage, because the Falcons like to collaborate with my staff. I'm not gonna let the outside resource. I'm not gonna let Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media norm govern how I run the team. But that's me. So,
Kerry, you hearing your podcast partner over here, Mr. T. Will, talk about Penix. Don't forget, Kerry's BPE. So, Kerry, what's your thoughts? Like I said, we've been blessed with Matt Ryan to a point where I can't remember a day when Matt Ryan was on in the injury report or anything limited in practice.
We just didn't know how good we had it, did we, Jack?
Man, I'm telling y'all, Falcon fans, man, that boy Matt Ryan, man, I'm telling y'all, dog, Matt Ryan is a problem, man. I even wore the Matt Ryan jersey yesterday. We had kids versus parents on the football field, and my son's last practice for the year, and I scored 2 touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 run receiving. But I had the Matt Ryan jersey on, the great Matt Ryan. Kerry, what do we do here? Is it Penix? Is it Kirk? Kerry, can you play quarterback? Let's find out. What's your thoughts?
Unfortunately, I can't play quarterback, but my thing is, Birdcage said it great in the chat. I'm not risking it if we still have a ton of games left, which we do, and I agree with them. Like, you don't want to risk your franchise quarterback that, by the way, already has an injury history in college. So I wouldn't want to risk him, but at the same time, I 90% expect Penix to play on Sunday. I do. Mm-hmm. And for a few reasons. Penix did a press conference yesterday and they asked him if he's going to play Sunday, and he said that's the plan. He wants to play. He was practicing yesterday. Yes, he was limited, but he only has a bone bruise on his, I believe, left knee. I fully expect him to play. He wants to play, and this isn't supposed to be a dig at Raheem, but maybe it will be. I don't know. Take it as you want. But we all saw what happened last season when everybody with working eyes could see
Yeah, Kurt was injured.
Kirk Cousins was hurt, playing
Right.
hurt. But
Right.
then, they came out and said after that they didn't know he was hurt. But whatever. You want to believe that, you don't, that's cool either way. But my thing is Kirk was playing hurt last year and
Mhm.
he just kept playing and playing and playing. And it took, it was way overdue for him to be pulled and he wasn't. So my thing is they'll play Penix. I do believe it. If he wants to play, they'll probably let him decide, and I think he's gonna play.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We talked about Ray heading over to the Giants, gave him his last shout out. Probably gonna do a nice little club appearance out there. But big shout out to, of course, the Atlanta Falcons, everything that they've done so far this season. T. Will mentioned that 3-3 record they have right now. I think fans are somewhat disappointed. Some fans are okay with it because there's still a lot of football left in the year. Disappointing loss to the 49ers. What we had to do to bounce back against the Dolphins. We definitely discussed that. Talked about a little bit of the gambling situation going on in the NBA. Will that, cross over to the NFL? I mean, we've heard about one or two players in the past, getting banged up here and there. But is it going to make a more major impact going forward, knowing that a guy like Chauncey Billups is involved? And of course, some of the big organizations away from sports that's involved too as well. And of course, Falcons Dolphins, that's super big here in Atlanta coming up on Sunday. Otherwise, on my birthday, you got the Falcons Dolphins going down, man. So let's make sure that we get to our seats on time, Falcon fans. This is a game where Dolphins fans are not going to take over the stadium. They're not going to be buying up all the tickets. They are sitting at 1-6, Falcon fans. So this is an opportunity for the Falcons to go in there and get a big win over a team that I think that they can definitely go win, because you have a 5-2 team coming up. You have a 6-1 team coming up, and you have a team that beat you 30-0 last time on the road coming up. And all three of these teams have better records than the Falcons right now. And it's gonna be a fight to the finish. In the past, the NFC South wasn't a division that people would look at and say, "Oh yeah, that's something to worry about." Now it's looking like, man, the Panthers at 4-3 and the Bucks at 5-2. Like, we got to get some wins here. You know what I'm saying? We got to go ahead and make sure that we can show that we're still in this fight. And if you lose against the Dolphins, I will say this, man, it's going to be ugly when it goes to content creators and Falcon fans talking amongst each other on social media. That's why I think it's going to be a big win. Next week against the Patriots is going to be another tough game in New England. And don't forget, New England is winning right now, and here comes the Falcons. I hope they're ready for what's going to be said in the stands, the posters, the pictures. That type of stuff is going to happen. So, Falcon fans, let's just be prepared to go out there and get us a win on Sunday. Once again, if y'all see me walking around the bands before the game, if y'all see me in the bands, or I'm sure you're going to see me on the Halo board. It happens quite some time. But, it's your boy's birthday, man. I'm just enjoying it. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to celebrate it like it's any other day of the week. And I'm glad to be there amongst Falcon fans, watching Falcons football and talking Falcons football too as well. Let's go ahead and get to these shout outs so we can get up out of here. Miss Carrie, want to get to your shout out quickly first? We wrap this up.
Yes. Okay, great. I want to shout out to you, Jack, especially happy early birthday. Hope you have a blessed day, and try not to party too hard. Don't have too much Tito's now on Sunday, but
we're definitely partying hard, and we're definitely drinking a lot of Tito's. But go ahead, you got it, Carrie.
As long as you don't have that big bad hangover the next day,
We're definitely taking off Monday too as well.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go. That's
friend.
how you do it.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, my friend. That way you can be celebrating, your birthday's still Monday, as well as Victory Monday for our Falcons. So I truly think that we're going to win this game. Our offense has struggled on the road, but they're very good at home. They've shown that. I think they're averaging 26 points a game at home. So I do think we win this game comfortably. I think this will be a comfortable win. We win by multiple scores, and go Falcons. Shout out to you, T. Will, and everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all joining us. And yeah, have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Hey, big shout out to Miss Carrie here, talking Falcons football, one time for the fan. T. Will from ATL Sports, one time for the fan. What you got?
Yes, sir. Hey, first and foremost, happy birthday, Scorpio brother. I hope it is one for the books. Another time around the sun. Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, really have enjoyed these past year and 9 months, almost going on 2 years, brother. What a ride it has been. What a ride it continues to be. And, bro, I just hope you enjoy the hell out of yourself this weekend. And I hope a part of that happy birthday is a very decided Atlanta Falcons victory to go along with that. To everybody else in the chat, shout out to you. You guys could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to join us and be with us, and we appreciate that and love talking Falcons football with you guys. Last but not least, want to thank God for the panel. Miss Carrie, thank God for you every day. Best producer in the game. Mr. Jack Spade, thank God for you. Mr. Eric Parker, thank God for you as well, as you guys gave me my start in this business. If you guys get a chance, come check your boy out at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube, as later on today, I don't know what time, but it should come out shortly. Myself and Carrie will be doing the Terry and Carrie show. And tomorrow, check us out at For My ATL Movies 1, as we will be doing Elektra and Spider-Man 2. So with that being said, Jack. Oh, and thank God for waking me up this morning. Jack, it's on you.
Hey, Falcon fans, what more can I say, man? We did the damn thing. We had a great time today. Falcon fans in the chat by the numbers, tagging your Falcons friends and letting people know that we're live. Thank you all. This is what we do. We do for y'all. At the end of the day, we're Falcon fans. They just love talking about Falcons football. And like I always say, man, Falcons fans talking Falcons football on a Falcons Friday. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. It's always from the fan for the fan. And we have a good time doing this. We enjoy it. And now I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. Golfing a little bit. About to go head out there and whoop up on country and some other folks too as well. And pretty much just have a good time. We just talk a little trash. But we're going to have a great day playing golf. And then tomorrow too as well. Got some stuff going on. John Brooks says if you can drop the link to T-Will show. T-Will, if you can drop the link in the chat so everybody can know.
I certainly will, Mr. Brooks. Glad to do it, sir. Glad to do it. Give me 1 sec. Let me find
a lot of content creators who pulled up today too as well. See the electrician who's selling his tickets. Section 131. He posted in the chat earlier. Shout out with the super chat from C the electrician.
Super chat.
Big shot to see. So for Falcon fans that's in here today talking Falcons, let's just keep talking Falcons positively the rest of the weekend. Big game, Falcons on Sunday versus the Miami Dolphins. And I can't wait. So Dirty Birds, go ahead and hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. You can see on the bottom of the screen. You can follow us on X or Twitter, whatever they got right now, however Elon Musk shaped it now. Of course, you know, we're on YouTube too as well. One Time for the Fan. You guys see us over there. And you guys know on Facebook, we're One Time for the Fan. And hit the IG. Look, if you're on Instagram, go over to Instagram, One Time for the Fan, and hit the follow button so we can talk some Falcons football over there. But I thank you all for being here today on One Time for the Fan. And T-Will, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your Sunday. And let's get back to some Falcons football after the Falcons whoop up on the Miami Dolphins, man. Shout out from everybody here at One Time for the Fan.
Let's prove the dirty. It's a new saying by T-Will. We're putting Rise up behind us. Prove the dirty. Let's go.
Let's prove it. Fans. Let's get out there and get us a win.
Let's go, guy. Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, this is what it's all about, man. Content creators creating content for Falcon fans, man. So y'all enjoy it. Have a good one, T-Will, Carrie. Have a good show later.